Got Texas taking on Michigan. That'll be at 2. And then it closes out with a quarterfinal matchup of the day. The 10th-ranked Miami Hurricanes taking on Ohio State at Jerry World, 6 o'clock. I'm Rob Thompson for 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
Sports Center is brought to you by Buyers Barricades, the Texas authority in barricade rental. BuyersBarricades.com.
From the studios of San Antonio Sports Star, reaching more sports fans than any station in South Texas. Welcome to the Morning Huddle with A.J. Hoffman and Rob Thompson. This is 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
Good morning, everybody. How we doing? Welcome in. It is the Morning Huddle on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
You're going to have to turn it way down.
Oh, boy.
Hold on, I forgot what to do here. Hold on.
I need the lights down. Oh, man. Oh, man. Come on. Man.
Oh.
Hump day.
Happy hump day, everybody
happy
out
hump
there.
day.
Happy hump day.
And reasonably large Friday.
The final day of the year.
Is it really? It is.
This is it, Rom.
This is a hell of a way to go out, man.
It's the final
Countdown.
Sing of it, because I can't.
Yeah, that he
Oh, yeah.
almost got himself.
Yeah. Well, I just finished.
It's kinda
I'll
like-
just do this.
I think it would be a good idea to actually do that. 'Cause, you know, it's like your account is about to run out. You've got
It's true.
some
Yeah.
like of those health dollars that you have to spend before
That'll be
Oh,
on.
yeah.
maybe
uh,
you get a couple of
the
lyrics.
FSA account.
Yeah, your FSA song account. You got a little bit of credit. Maybe you could lay a bar down or
That's on 2025's report, like
Correct.
your performance assessment. That's
Right. Yeah.
two. Go ahead and throw a few down.
I don't
4
do that
hours.
this year. That's what I'm going to say.
That's so last year.
Yeah, that's the old me. Now I'm
That's the old. So look at this, because this is nothing like that.
yeah.
That old
What
me,
you saw
boy.
then, I don't even recognize
I
that
don't
guy.
even know how anybody stood that old guy.
I don't
But
recognize
me
him.
now,
I'm a model of professionalism. Speaking of model of professionalism, good morning, Robert.
Yeah, thank you.
Hey now.
Hey, I'm at work.
You are at work.
I had to text
After
a few people and tell them I'm at work, bitches.
we went down to the Alamo Bowl last night. I left at halftime, and
That was
What
still
about-
what, 11?
it was late. That was a long game. It was a
That was
long
halftime?
game.
Yo, dude, it didn't kick till
No,
8.
it wasn't
When did it
really
end?
11, but it
It
felt like it.
it was after
moving
10,
slow.
it
man.
felt
yeah,
like.
it was. And by the time I got out of there, it was like my phone was like a black hole in that place. It's like it's just it was terrible for like even on the Wi-Fi, my phone wasn't working.
Yeah.
I got out of there and left Rob and Jason and a very strange looking version of Joe Reinagle behind. And
He was the pledge
What?
representative to the Reinagle Committee.
Was
Yeah.
it Ledger?
No, a fellow journalist.
yes.
Oh, okay.
Yes. But imagine if Joe Reinagle had the same haircut as the BTK killer.
It was a distant similarity.
The impersonator.
If you squinted and thought of Joe in a hat with black hair and maybe not quite as trim,
Yeah.
it could have been him.
Yeah. And then that would, I mean, but though the three of them stayed behind,
We watched all of that damn.
and apparently the press box started serving alcohol at some point. Now I wasn't there when they did that. I wish I would have been. I
Okay.
looked
There
around.
was no alcohol in the press box.
There wasn't?
No.
You know what? I got a real question for you.
What?
Did you guys go back to the press box after I left at any point in the night?
I don't think so.
Did you leave all those peanut shells where you were?
Yes.
You're the worst person, dude.
Oh, you're that dude.
You're
aren't you?
so terrible. Oh my God.
They're going to be vacuuming in there anyway.
Vic,
I mean, not like because of me. They have to go clean that place up.
You secretly did that. It was you.
Hey, if you sell peanuts and you don't give me a receptacle, what the hell do you think is going to happen?
First of all, yeah, that was a mistake by the press box to have bags of peanuts for the press.
But I never picked those up.
No sunflower seeds?
No, but so the peanuts. Rob and I both got a bag.
They were the macho bag too, big old bag of peanuts.
I ate my peanuts and I would.
He would sweep them up and put it on his program and go throw it away.
Yeah,
like a person,
like a human.
I was spitting shells at the USC radio
Rob's
kid beneath me.
Rob's like Harambe, like open up.
I was cracking them on my chest.
And then,
Dude, I did not go back and pick them up.
When we left, there was like a busted open bag and just shells all over.
And I was having to dig through the shells to find peanuts.
And I said. So we were leaving.
I know there's one left.
We were leaving right before halftime. We were leaving to go to a suite, and I said, "Well, they must be coming." They knew I was leaving at halftime. I said they must.
So you went back.
No, but when we left, I saw you leave that pile. I said they must be coming back here because there's no way Rob would leave that.
Rick Hill,
and he did.
Rick, I meant to come back.
Oh man,
how big was a pile?
Dude, it was like a whole bag of emptied peanuts.
As you can create from one bag because none of it left the desk. It was all there.
I mean, it was all over his area. It was like encroaching into my area, and I was like pushing his shell casings away.
Yeah, that's him. It's
Dude,
not me.
I totally forgot to pick that up.
Man.
But in my defense,
well, as the night went on, I thought about that last night. I said, I bet they're having a good ass time, and Rob just totally forgot about that.
I did. I hadn't. And I'll be honest with you.
What a slob.
I'll be honest
terrible.
with you. I left something up there, and I couldn't figure out how to get back up there to get it. So
walk up there.
I left something. Well, I know. We left for a suite, and after I stayed in the suite for a few.
For too long, apparently.
And then I was like, wait a minute. I left something up at the press box, and I walked out. And I don't know how I got to the suite, but I could not find the stairs.
This is what
to go
happens
back to the press box.
This is what happens when you have car service for the night.
It's unlimited.
There's no rules when you don't have to worry about driving.
No.
I mean, it's
makes
very
it better.
It's very freeing. It really is.
Yeah, it's better.
So,
but Rob also, somebody walked up to that spot and said, "Are you kidding me?"
And what I left would be perfect too.
What'd you leave?
It's a tobacco product.
Oh no, a used tobacco product?
No. The can. I left it. So there's a can of a tobacco product. Kids don't do this stuff. And pile of peanuts.
And the
you
great
know
part
what's
is
worse? My name's right.
That's what I was gonna say. Like by the time they sweep all those peanuts away, it's gonna say Rob Thompson.
They're gonna vacuum all that up.
KTFM.
San Antonio sports star. That dirty bastard.
You are the worst person.
Man, I did not even think about it till right now.
That's great. Do you feel guilty at all now?
I do feel guilty. I do. If I'd have gone back, obviously, I might have cleaned it up.
Rob's like,
no. You know what? I would probably grab as much as I could, but I wasn't going to sweep that place clean.
Rob would have gone back and he would have like pushed some peanuts aside, grabbed his snuff can, and left.
Probably. And then I'd have fingered through the shells to see if there any more
grabbed one more peanut, popped it in his mouth, dropped the shell on the floor on the way out, and headed out.
Y'all be cool.
See you, boys.
I'll be in the suite.
Catch you losers later.
Suckers.
Oh, man.
But it was worth it, right?
I feel awful now.
There is some intern who had to clean that up.
Rob Thompson,
God.
Dirty so-and-so.
Well, we apologize.
Yeah, I'm sorry to the interns and all the volunteers.
Peanuts of all things.
Alamo Bowl.
I mean, it really was a mistake for them to serve peanuts in the press box because there's not like in the.
And he was the only one with a pile, and everyone else cleaned up their stuff.
I didn't see anybody else other than AJ and I eating them, to be honest with you.
Yeah, I mean, the people who ate them, most people were eating like it. They've got tables back there.
Okay.
But even like, it's not like I didn't see anybody leave a pile of shells on the table either. But when you eat peanuts in the stands at a football game, it's just kind of it's expected
So
for you to throw your shells on the ground. It's no big deal.
I forgot where I was.
And Rob just, I mean, now he wasn't throwing shells on the ground.
I was trying to keep them close.
He was just like.
Might as well
But
have.
the problem is,
And then he was like making fun of me for trying to keep it together. He's like, "Oh, look at it! Look how neat and
look at you sweeping up your shells, Mr. Fancy, Mr. I go out on my own all the time."
Oh, you're so cultured.
Just because I don't know how to act.
Y'all are bad, man.
Not y'all. I didn't leave that pile.
The sad thing is, we were sitting directly in front of the assistant director of the Alamo Bowl.
Oh,
so he
man.
saw me lose, and I guarantee you, he noticed.
Oh,
I'm gonna have to call him today.
Yeah, that's it.
That's gonna make me like vacuum the football field.
That's a big faux pas, Rob.
It is a fox pox.
Yeah,
I feel terrible.
Well, I'm sure you'll be over it. I'm sure it won't be the last time either.
He's had to deal with dirty radio guys in the past.
Won't be the last time.
I'm sure he knew what to expect.
We'll have a hell of a show planned for our last show of the year. We have some football to talk. We've got some basketball to talk. We start tonight.
Oh, here we go.
The quarterfinals of the college football playoff. We are down to 8 teams. After tonight, there will be 7. How about that?
And there's 7.
Yep, and one of them will be gone, back into the loser pile. Losers. Out, eliminated. See ya, gonzo.
I know of what you speak.
Oh, yeah, you've been there.
Been there. I've taken that bus stop.
Oh, man, and I was talking to a couple Aggies in the parking lot.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody was so like,
we're all like, God, wasn't that awful?
It was like
that was terrible, wasn't it? Yeah, that was bad.
I mean, it's like you're basically like the 2A school who's blitzed through everybody, and then you show up and play the 6A champs, and you realize like, man, we hadn't been playing.
We weren't ready for this.
What the hell? Are we playing the same game? And every Aggie that we were around was just like, it's just so terrible. I mean, it was like, then one guy finally said, "Hey, at least we're not 8-4.
At least we're not 8-4.
And you know what? That is an Aggie on half full. That's at least we're not 8-4.
And volleyball national champs.
Because
here we go.
I will never forget.
Ever loving volleyball school.
That is the best quote ever from Jimbo Fisher is, "We are not an 8-4 football program." And I was like, well,
that's right. We're 11-1.
I'm going through a whole bunch of years with a bunch of 8s and a bunch of 4s next to it. You're precisely an 8-4 football.
He also told me to get over my battered Aggie syndrome.
And then, yeah.
Then he kicked me in the teeth with a metal boot.
Well, all right. We'll let's talk about that Alamo Bowl on the other side. It's the Morning Huddle 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
94.1 San Antonio Sports Star traffic from News Talk 550 KTSA.
Good morning. We're still dealing with this closure on the southwest side. Closed with an 18-wheeler accident. This is 35 southbound, New Laredo Highway on down to 410. That is closed. Traffic being forced to exit onto the frontage road, so expect delays to start right around Casson Road. We did have a brief stall at Loop 410 eastbound Austin Highway. That has cleared. Now, if you guys see something we're not talking about, call us on the traffic tip line, 210-785-2601. I'm Debbie Alcacer, KTSA Time Saver Traffic.
This report is sponsored by Sesame Workshop, the nonprofit behind Sesame Street.
The world needs Sesame Street. And right now, Sesame needs you. Donate today at sesame.org. That's SESAME.org.
Elmo loves you. Thanks for making a difference.
Over 3 million Texans struggle with diabetes. They're our neighbors, teachers, doctors and nurses, police officers, and often our family members. Across every walk of life, Texans may be fighting a serious health battle, but there's hope for a cure. Right now, when you make a donation to HelpStopDiabetes.com, Thomas J. Henry will generously match your donation, with all proceeds supporting the American Diabetes Association. Because when we take care of each other, we take care of Texas. Please, make your donation today. Visit HelpStopDiabetes.com.
Oh, could this vintage store be any cuter?
Right? And the best part? They accept Discover.
Accept Discover? In a little place like this? I don't think so, Jennifer.
Oh, yeah, huh? Discover's accepted where I like to shop. Come on, baby, get with the times.
Right, so we shouldn't get the parachute pants?
These are making a comeback. I think.
Discover is accepted at 99% of places that take credit cards nationwide. Based on the February 2025 Nielsen report.
By texting 24700, you agree to receive recurring automated marketing messages from J. Crew Factory. Message and data rates may apply. No purchase required. Terms apply. Available at jcrew.com.
Need last-minute gifts? J. Crew Factory has got you covered. Enjoy up to 60% off store-wide and shop cozy matching pajamas, toasty sweaters, amazing outerwear, festive accessories, and so much more. Get in the spirit at J. Crew Factory, where you'll score our exclusive collection of classic styles for the whole family at prices that can't be beat. And today, save even more. Just text GIFTING to 24700 to receive an extra $25 off your purchase of $75 or more at your nearest J. Crew Factory store. Visit jcrewfactory.com to find your nearest San Antonio area store today. But first, get an extra $25 off your purchase of $75 or more when you text GIFTING to 24700. Text GIFTING to 24700 to get your $25 off coupon. That's GIFTING to 24700. See a store associate for details.
Hi there, I'm John O'Hurley. You know, our pets are beloved family members. But sadly, though, there are so many dogs that get euthanized every day due to the lack of funding. To give them a chance at adoption, I invite you to support Puppy Food Bank. Thanks to generous donors like you, all of the food sent to pet shelters from Puppy Food Bank never comes with a bill. So please go to puppyfoodbank.org and make a generous, caring $15 donation every month. Your donation will absolutely save pet lives.
The No Reserve Gun Auction is this Friday morning at the Shriner Auditorium. Auction starts at 10 a.m. Over 100 guns will be selling at auction. It's the No Reserve Gun Auction this Friday. Auction starts at 10 a.m. at the Shriner Auditorium on 1604.
Light up your outdoor party with Mr. W Fireworks.
We always have the lowest prices around. That's right.
Our prices are always more than 50% lower than the other guys.
And we never charge any hidden fees.
Look for the big W on our sign and find us online at MrWFireworks.com. When you shop at Mr. W, you can be sure you are getting the lowest prices on fireworks around. And the biggest selection.
Don't overpay for your fireworks ever again.
From our family to yours.
Happy New Year!
The following is a dramatization.
Davis Law Firm, how can I help?
Hi, I got hurt in a wreck, but I don't know if it's really worth getting an attorney.
Don't worry, you called the right place.
I'm Jeff Davis. At Davis Law Firm, we're here for you 24/7, and you don't pay unless we win. We recently secured a jury verdict for $210 million in a wrongful death case. So if you've been hurt, call us at 444-4444.
Davis Law Firm, San Antonio.
Texting enrolls you into recurring automated text messages. Consent not required to purchase. Message and data rates may apply.
Man, I love seeing the old gang at these reunions.
Did you see Brian? He's in better shape than he was 25 years ago. How is that even possible?
Yep, I ran into him a few weeks ago and had to ask. He told me he started taking Nugenix Total T2.
The testosterone booster?
Yeah, but it's way more than that now. It also skyrockets your nitric oxide in as little as 3 hours. I started taking it right away and I'm already seeing results.
I was wondering what you were doing. You seriously crushed me in that pickup game last week.
Yep, after 40, energy, strength, drive, it all starts going downhill. But with T2, I feel like my old self again. Stronger, leaner, and my energy is way up. My wife even noticed a difference. They're giving out complimentary bottles right now. Just send them a text.
Text CAR to 321-321 for your complimentary bottle of new Nugenix Total T2. Text now and you'll also get a free bottle of Nugenix Thermo X, our most powerful fat incinerator. That's CAR to 321-321.
These statements have not been evaluated by the FDA. Product not intended to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent any disease.
Want to be the block party hero this year? Head to Off Fireworks Megastore, just 2 miles outside 1604 and Petrenko. Get the loudest deals. Buy 2, get 1 free on 500-gram aerials and reloadable artillery shells, plus more. Light it up at Off Fireworks, 13022 Petrenko Road.
Sound familiar?
At Mattress Firm, we understand there are many problems that can keep you up at night, like snoring, aches and pains, or sleeping hot. Our sleep experts have the unrivaled know-how to match you with a mattress that can help. And now at Mattress Firm, save up to $500 on Tempur-Pedic, plus get a $300 instant gift. For the great sleep you deserve, visit Mattress Firm. We make sleep easy. Restrictions apply. See store or website for details.
You know the Roo Pub is proven to be the best place to watch games with those 3 massive 170-inch screens and TVs all around. All the games, all the fights, and when you show up at the Roo Pub, show up hungry. The food is fantastic. Open daily at 11. Great for lunch, great for dinner, great for late at night, and the best place to watch a game. Just down from the big blind, right next to the Angry Elephant. The Roo Pub, 281 in Redland Road. We'll see you at the Roo.
You're locked on the Morning Huddle with AJ Hoffman and Rob Thompson.
It's showtime!
Heartbreaker, soul shaker. I've been told about you. Good morning, everybody. Morning Huddle 94.1. Rob and AJ, we're mostly here today.
Yeah. Hey, man, it's New Year's Eve. I'm going to take this year out the way it came in.
Be safe out there tonight, boys and girls.
Remember, it's amateur hour tonight.
It certainly is, yeah. Do like Rob did. Get a car service.
Get a car service.
If you're going to be out
I can
boozing
recommend
it.
one highly.
But yeah, it is a scary night to be out there. So be safe, whatever you're doing, or just stay at home. I think that's the old AJ move. I bet that's the Vic move too.
Oh yeah, totally. I don't go anywhere.
Rob was going to go to the zoo, but his wife kiboshed it.
No, I was just going to go ahead and buy the tickets, but it's sold out. It's going to be that looks like it's going to be fun.
So now what? Now what?
I think I'll just be on the couch.
Okay.
Unless my wife wants to punish me.
I showed you the picture of Ryan Seacrest yesterday. That's what you're going to see.
Google, I got to take a mental note of this.
Google
Has
Ryan
anybody
Seacrest.
seen Ryan Seacrest lately?
Anybody out there right now, Google Ryan Seacrest and see what Ryan Seacrest is looking like.
I think Cher got a hold of him and just sucked the life out of him. That's how she stays alive.
I'm trying to think of the best.
That's the before pictures.
Yeah, you're not seeing the
newest.
Okay, this was posted 17 hours ago.
The best way to do it is
Is that what you're talking
that's
about?
too far away.
type in Ryan Seacrest on the search bar of Twitter.
Or
and
Ryan
people
Zombie.
there's people like, what happened to this guy? And yeah, someone actually said exactly what I said last night.
Look at that. What the hell?
That Ryan
cannot be
Seacrest is becoming Ellen DeGeneres. Look at that, Vic.
It doesn't even look like him.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude. It's crazy.
It looks like an alien that's trying to look like Ryan Seacrest.
Yeah. Yeah. So
grab the wrong wig.
That's going to be really weird tonight, seeing Ryan Seacrest. If he looks that crazy, they might have to bring back.
I had forgotten tonight's his night.
They might have to bring back Dick Clark if that's the case.
Well, they're looking a lot alike.
They are, except Dick Clark's been dead for like 10 years.
We know where he is. It's Casey Kasem that disappeared, right?
Yeah, I think his kids are fighting over his body.
Yeah, his body ended up somewhere in like a warehouse.
Yeah, Casey Kasem and Ted Williams.
Ted Williams' head was removed.
Yeah,
he was frozen, right?
That's all in litigation currently. So
don't unplug that fridge. That's where Pop is.
All right. So tonight the big night, the Alamo Bowl last night, the big night for San Antonio. It ended up being a good game, man.
Oh heck yeah! Wasn't the score fest that is typical, man.
That went over.
Yeah, I guess that's true.
It took overtime to go over, but it got there, and that's all that mattered to me.
How was the presentation on television?
It was fine.
Did we look good?
Yeah, I would say so. Like, when the game was about to start, I looked at you and I said,
"Yeah,
because we talked yesterday about all these bowl games where no one shows up, and it's just like it looks so embarrassing on television." And I'm talking like when they were singing the national anthem, there was nobody in the stands. Like, it was.
And they had pretty good activation out in the parking lot, so there's reason to be out there, but it didn't look promising. I thought, oh no, there's not many people here.
It was a very late arriving crowd, but by the time I got home, it was like, I think there was about 6 minutes left in the third quarter, and it looked good, and even at the
probably 50 or so
at the end, it was like there were. During overtime, it was a loud crowd.
It certainly was.
It was a raucous crowd.
It was. They were obviously for good reason. I mean, you're playing overtime football, but it was raucous and very partisan. So yeah,
announced attendance was 54,751. I'm not sure if I'd go that far.
Yeah, I would say closer to 50, but yeah.
What's the capacity for football
60.
There? Yeah, it's 45, 50. But early I was worried, and then it filled in really nice. And on television, you would have never known that.
Kudos to USC, man.
A lot of Trojans.
They represented.
Yep. And of course, plenty of purple.
And by the way, in the battle of the cheerleaders, there has been a fundamental shift. In what
really?
TCU, well done.
Yeah?
Well done. They're signing 5 stars.
Okay.
The Landman daughter, she upped the ante on the TCU dance team, so they had to make sure that they were appropriate.
SC used to be.
SC just not so much.
Man, that used to be paradise, didn't it?
They used to really fill out a sweater. You know?
That's why they can't. That's why they can't keep big time recruits around anymore.
I'm telling you,
can't get the best guys there anymore.
Well done, Horned Frogs. Keep up the good work.
We did.
I got to go yell.
We did see. I mean, a couple of the. Well, I say a couple. I guess one of them got overturned. The TCU catch in overtime got overturned. It ended up not mattering, but that would have been an incredible catch.
It looked to me like a catch. I mean, I know it moved when he was laying on his back, but it never left his stomach.
But the USC touchdown, the one hand, toe tap, pulled to the button, never touched his other hand and never touched the ground. That was probably the best play of bowl season
so far.
And you got to consider when you see that play that USC's top 4 pass catching options all opted out. That's like their 5th or 6th best guy who made that play, and
not anymore.
Jaden Maiava, man, he threw a couple picks, but man, he throws a pretty ball.
He does, and you can tell he needs to spend another year with Lincoln because he's got the eyes
going
for
to,
it.
yeah.
His problem is from his waist down. His feet are off, so he doesn't deliver right, but he's throwing it to the right place. He can see where the guys are open. I really like the way Riley runs an offense.
Well,
there anytime, whatever school, obviously OU back then, it's just a smooth flowing offense. It's easy for a quarterback to be good.
And kudos to the Frogs for making it a game. Down 24-14 in the fourth quarter, come back, tie it up, go to overtime, force USC to kick a field goal, and they get a incredible play, for the touchdown as well. A great ending to a good game. So kudos to San Antonio and to the Alamo Bowl for making it happen once again. TCU 30, USC 27. One of the more entertaining bowl games of this season so far. Right after the Music City Bowl, which was a pretty good one too. Tennessee and Illinois
both decided the last second.
Yep. So that's always a good thing, man. You got it. It's funny because it made me think like, God, these bowls kind of matter a little bit. Like to these teams, to people like me, unless you're a gambler, it doesn't matter. But then like the fact that they kicked the field goal to send it to overtime instead of going for the win,
I'm not gonna lie, I was a little mad at Dykes. Come on, Coach, let's finish this thing up. All or nothing, baby.
Well, I needed the over, so I completely understood why he did it. It was the right move. 99 times out of 99.
Anytime you can take it from Vegas, I'm all for it.
That's right. So that was the fact that we had 2 games decided like that. That was big, and like I said, you could tell it mattered to the players. The way they celebrated after they won that thing, it was very cool. You know what? Let's do this next. We'll take a quick break. When we come back, when we were sitting in the press box last night, I was in a haze because I have a peanut allergy, and so I was like basically dying. But I had a vision, and I want to see if we could bring it to life. Coming up next, Morning Huddle 94.1.
94.1 San Antonio Sports Star traffic from News Talk 550 KTSA.
Good morning. We're still dealing with this closure on the southwest side. Closed with an 18-wheeler accident. This is 35 southbound, New Laredo Highway on down to 410. That is closed. Traffic being forced to exit onto the frontage road, so expect delays to start right around Casson Road. We did have a brief stall at Loop 410 eastbound Austin Highway. That has cleared. Now, if you guys see something we're not talking about, call us on the traffic tip line, 210-785-2601. I'm Debbie Alcacer, KTSA Time Saver Traffic.
This report is sponsored by the Crohn's and Colitis Foundation. The Crohn's and Colitis Foundation has been at the forefront of inflammatory bowel disease research and care for over 50 years. Learn more about research, education, and support at Crohn'sColitisFoundation.org.
Let's get the new year started with a brand new RV from the South Texas RV Super Sale. San Antonio area's best dealers have put together a fantastic RV show with the best prices ever. Hundreds of RVs for every family. Small towables, toy haulers, fifth wheels, and Class A, B, and C motorhomes. They're all on sale. Our dealers are picking up parking, so it's free. Come on over to SouthTexasRVSupersale.com to buy tickets in advance. Thursday, January 1st through Sunday the 4th at Expo Hall. Doors open daily at 10 a.m. at SouthTexasRVSupersale.com.
My name is Whitney Allen. I am a widow. My husband Ryan died. We never thought in a million years we'd have to use life insurance. The unexpected happened. With Ethos, it is so fast and easy. It's 100% online. You can get a quote in seconds, apply in minutes, and get same-day coverage. No medical exams, and you can get up to $3 million worth of coverage through Ethos.
Get your free quote at ethos.com/game. That's ETHOS.com/game.
Time spent on application may vary. Online health questions required.
The Gomez Law Firm is San Antonio's leader in personal injury law, and we have Jose with the Gomez Law Firm here with us to share more.
Number one priority is to let the people know that we are a law firm that's been part of this community for 50 years. Mr. Gomez, he's been a practicing attorney here since 1973. He's born and raised here in San Antonio, done nothing but help out personal injury victims. It's very important that we get that out to the San Antonio community because a lot of these attorneys like to come in here and act like they're from here, but they're all out-of-towners. They don't know what goes on here. If you've been injured, if you've been involved in an accident, you've been involved in a car wreck, call the Gomez Law Firm. We've been around for almost 50 years. And we're not going anywhere.
If you or your family have been injured in an accident or hit by a company vehicle, you need to visit joegomezlaw.com. Call the Gomez Law Firm at 736-4040.
And remember, Gomez Law fights.
Hi, I'm Dr. Jason Garrett with Arasti. If you're tired of pain slowing you down from a recent injury or something that's been nagging you for years, we can help. At Arasti, we've earned the trust of over 8,000 physicians by delivering fast, lasting pain relief without painkillers or surgery. Our hands-on approach targets the root cause of pain, and most patients see results in just one visit. No referral needed, and it's covered by most insurance plans. So don't wait. Visit Arasti.com. That's AIRROSTI.com. Arasti. We fix pain fast.
Kohl's new clearance markdowns are intense. Up to 70% off is the kind of deal that'll leave you feeling stunned and make you whisper things like, "Where have you been my whole life?" to a cardigan. Just take a deep breath, steady your cart, and try to act normal. But it's not possible. The savings are just too good. Shop new clearance markdowns now, in-store and online at Kohl's. Select styles, some exclusions apply. See store or kohls.com for details.
Actual price will depend on product and subscription plan. Featured products are compounded drug products, which the FDA does not approve or verify for safety, effectiveness, or quality. Prescription products require an online consultation with a healthcare provider who will determine if appropriate. See website for details, restrictions, and important safety information.
Want a boost in and out of the bedroom? Hims has you covered. Introducing a new 2-in-1 approach to level up your game. Tadalafil for better bedroom performance and zinc for testosterone support. Put it all together and you've got what you need to turn things all the way up. Getting started is simple. Just go to hims.com/joy to start your free online visit. Through Hims, you can access ED treatments including pills, chews, and more. 100% online. No office visits, no pharmacy lines. Just fill out a simple intake form and a licensed medical provider will determine if treatment's right for you. If prescribed, it ships free and discreetly to your door. Find affordable treatment options at up to 95% less than brand names at hims.com/joy. That's hims.com/joy, HIMS.com/JOY.
The Lowe's Closeout event is here with the final savings of the season. Grab amazing deals on seasonal decor, tools, flooring, and more before they're gone. Plus, My Lowe's Rewards and My Lowe's Pro Rewards members get free standard shipping. Lowe's, we help, you save. Valid through 1/7. Selection varies by location. While supplies last. Free shipping excludes Alaska and Hawaii. Exclusions and more terms apply. Loyalty program subject to terms and conditions. Subject to change. Visit Lowe's.com/shipping terms for details.
You know that Big Bargain detergent jug is 80% water, right? It doesn't clean as well.
80% water? I thought I was getting a better deal because it's so big.
If you want a better clean, Tide Pods are only 12% water. The rest is pure, concentrated cleaning ingredients.
Oh, let me make an announcement.
Attention shoppers, if you want a real deal, try Tide Pods.
Stop paying for watered-down detergents. Pay for clean. If it's gotta be clean, it's gotta be Tide Pods. Water content based on the leading bargain liquid detergent.
Running a business means wearing multiple hats. So if you're like me, you probably started out using your personal phone, taking client calls and texts nonstop. As my business grew, I needed something smarter. That's when I switched to Quo, the #1 business phone system. Quo works right on your phone or computer. No carrying 2 phones, no clunky landline, just one easy app you can try for free. Your team can share one number and handle calls and texts together like a shared inbox. Any teammate can jump into the conversation so customers get faster responses. And Quo's AI assistant summarizes your calls and responds to customers 24/7, so you never miss a lead or opportunity. All this starts at just $15 a month. That's basically 2 coffees. You can even keep your current business phone number. Find out why 90,000 businesses trust Quo. No missed calls, no missed customers. Try Quo for free at quo.com/sports. That's quo.com/sports to try Quo free. QUO.com/SPORTS.
It's The Blitz with Jason and Joe. Afternoons at 2.
Hope everybody has a great and safe, happy New Year's celebration. The Blitz will be back on a Friday afternoon with all the reaction from the college football playoffs, the latest on the Spurs, and we'll get you ready for the final weekend of the NFL regular season. The Blitz Friday after the Texas State Rice Armed Forces Bowl. Who knows what time, but we'll be here.
The Blitz with Jason and Joe. Afternoons at 2 on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
Hi, this is Joe Reinagel, and you're listening to the home of the Dallas Cowboys, 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
Good morning, everybody. 6:37 on the Morning Huddle. So I was thinking last night in the press box when I was watching these bowl games, and I was thinking about Jacoby Lane and Lemon sitting out like for USC and how much of a bummer it was that probably the best wide receiver duo in football wasn't playing. It's or one of the best. And I started thinking, why hasn't one of these bowl conglomerates put up like a dollar amount for the guys that play? Like, why can't the, and this isn't to like single out the Alamo Bowl, but
I know what you're saying.
Why can't the Alamo Bowl say, not every player, but if they say, hey, Jacoby Lane, we'd really like to see you play, we'll give you $50,000 to show up and play this game. Because obviously the interest in the game would go up. And
would it?
I think so. Yeah. If you see like a guy who's going to be a first-round draft pick.
I think the gambler's interest would go up. But I don't think the general public. And the only reason I retort, and the only thing I would say is, if I'm with the Dome, like every penny I pay you to come play is one less penny I give in scholarship money.
Yeah.
And you're a guy that wants to go pro, so I'm not going to take money out of some pocket, the kid that wants to go to school so you can come play on a Tuesday night.
I also think that eventually we're going to see these dudes who make NIL deals
contractually obligated.
And
I need you 12 times a year.
It's one thing if you say I got to get ready for the NFL. I don't really blame those guys, but the guys who are like, I'm going in the transfer portal. The transfer portal's not even really open yet. You just announced that you're going into the transfer portal. Like I that to me, that's got to go away.
But there's 3,500 players in the portal right now,
and it's not open.
Yeah. Well, I mean that have announced
that they're going to be in the portal
on the list when the portal opens. They're already there. 3,500 players.
Yeah.
And some of me goes, thank goodness this is working. I mean, thank goodness these guys got places they didn't like and they can leave. But just because you want to leave doesn't mean there's a place to land. So,
well, that's the thing.
You're
got to
learn.
It's like every other job. I want a job where I make more money. Okay,
you can leave anytime you want.
You got to make sure you find it.
So, but it's not right. We know it's not. But if you had that purpose, if your intent was to get mobility, you got it.
Yep.
It's available to you. And just because you want it doesn't mean it's good for you.
Yeah. But yeah, I was just trying to come up with a way that
I think that the only way we can assure that we get to see the players that we like above and beyond the regular season is to make sure they're in the playoff. That's the only way that you're going to be able to at least get some kind of modicum of assurance, because I don't blame a kid. Now, I'm not going to San Antonio because some sophomore is trying to make the team next year, takes me from behind, takes me out. You know what I mean? Just trying to get a gig. Well, I'm just trying to get to the pros. I'm just trying to get out of here, and I'm here for my boys. I'm not here to get hurt. This is a meaningless game.
Although now
trophy.
Now you can't even keep coaches for the playoffs, so who knows how long that'll last either. Right?
Again, if that was and I do believe there's a lot of intent behind this. We wanted to set players free, so here we sit. We set them free. The horse is out of the barn now, but so when I hear all that, I'm not going to complain too much because this is kind of what we wanted.
Right. Yeah. I just, like I said, I think there's something to, and even going back to last year, there were people who showed up at that Alamo Bowl who got to see Shedeur Sanders and Travis Hunter play.
Yep.
Now, just for a little while, some of them, but you got to see those guys play. Like, it'd be real. I think
and to their credit, they played.
Yeah.
Not well, but they played.
And I think it's cool for people to say, like, oh, I saw this guy when he was in college. And it's not like, I mean, I guess a lot of people around here could go to a TCU game if they wanted to, but like, how many opportunities do guys in San Antonio have to go see USC? It's a rare thing. So you get a chance to see those guys. Like, I thought it was pretty cool that I got to see Jaden Maiava play. I've been raving about him all year. Getting to see him play in person was very exciting for me.
Mm-hmm. But you are of a nominal percentage. You really are. And I do think guys like us, we do care, and we do want to see that happen. And I think in the best possible world, it will happen again. I don't think – because this isn't sustainable. I mean, the bowls, the TV, they're all buying a product, and the product is being degraded right under their noses right before the game. The big time stuff. The reason people do want to, like you said, and we're just letting them fritter away. You guys are just leaving town, so it's obviously can't stay this way.
Yeah.
So I do think that your answer is the easiest answer. The easiest and quickest answer is there needs to be some sort of monetary reason, above and beyond my, going to war with my bros to go. And there's plenty of money. We talked about there were 50,000 people in the stands last night. I think you can squeeze a little bit of money out for the players.
Yeah.
I think there's probably a little bit left over, even if it was at the expense of a few scholarship dollars.
Yeah.
So I think that
or
would
you got to hire an extra peanut cleaning intern.
Yeah. I mean, I'll provide plenty of work. I'll do all I can to keep them busy.
Eagle fan says Texas has like 20 players sitting out today's game. They do. Pretty
every
much
running back on the roster left.
Well, and every impactful defensive player is out today. This Texas-Michigan game, which should have been like the best non-playoff bowl game, is really just kind of a matchup of the shells of these. But to their credit, Arch Manning is playing. The biggest star in the game is going to play. That's cool.
And their quarterback's playing too.
Yeah. But you're right. There's a lot of guys not playing. I wish there was a way to fix that. I understand from the players' perspective, like, they're out trying to get a new job. They don't want to get themselves hurt in a game that doesn't mean much to them.
And quite frankly, they were getting paid during the regular season.
But I will say, I have a lot of respect for the guys who say I'm gonna ride it out with my boys. And it's a rare breed, I guess.
And when on the same token, I certainly do have a lot of respect, but I don't wish any harm or ill for those that decide to stay home. I mean, they have chosen a career, and they're trying to further their career, and I get that.
And it's also weird, like, when guys do stay, there's a game, I talked about the Michigan-Texas game where almost nobody's playing. The Iowa-Vanderbilt game, almost everyone is playing. And that game it's not meaningful to anybody except those guys, but they're all playing. Now, you could probably argue, well, the guys guys at Texas and Michigan have a lot more dollars to look forward to than the guys at Iowa and Vanderbilt. But it does, like, I'm interested in the Iowa-Vanderbilt game because those guys are going to play. What I don't like, and someone else said this, Pumbaa says sportsbooks should be somewhat responsible or at least donate sponsor the lower bowl games to keep those smaller schools together at least till after the bowl season. They don't care because people are going to bet on these games no matter who's playing.
Well, FanDuel's buying time. It's not like they're not sponsoring. They are. They're part of this stuff, or at least in the peripheral, because you can't really talk about gambling in college. But they're involved. Money is flowing from them to the schools and the bowls. They're buying ad time.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. So they're doing all they can legally.
But they don't really care who plays because people are going to bet on these games no matter what.
No, they are, but they're in their vested interest, more eyes on the game. I mean, and getting more eyes on the game requires more of those players to play the game, and I think it's in their interest to have that happen. So I think they're probably a good partner in this. I think they're all for this very idea, getting the best players on there to get more people to throw some money at it. So.
Well, I'll tell you another one is I was now this is me as a sports bettor. My opinion as a sports bettor is probably different than my opinion as like a rational analyst. But what's the bowl game that Arizona is playing in? Arizona is playing in the Holiday Bowl against SMU. That is tomorrow. No, Friday, the day after New Year's. And Arizona's coach is like, I'm not announcing any of my players who are going into the portal because that's a personal decision for them, and I don't want them to
so you're just going to have to notice when we take the field who's here?
I don't want them to have to deal with the blowback. And I'm like, what? First of all, and he said, I don't want to give SMU an idea of who's going to be out there and who's not. Dude, you're playing in the Holiday Bowl. If this were a playoff game, I'd get it. You got to throw the people who care a bone. Because let me tell you, the people who care about Arizona versus SMU in the Holiday Bowl that aren't betting on it, it's almost none. I can tell you that.
Bear Down and Mustang, that's it.
It ain't very many. So how about you stop trying to be so cool and like, oh no, I don't want to give them any edge. No, there's no edge. It's the Holiday Bowl. Just tell us who's playing and who's leaving. All right.
Well, I can tell you this: I know why your kids left.
Yeah, exactly. Douchebag. All right, let's take a break. We'll wrap up the first hour of the program. It's the Morning Huddle 94.1.
San Antonio Sports Stars 50K Pro Football Pick'em giveaway is back. Head to SASportsStar.com and pick the winners of each pro football game every week to earn points for each correct pick. Highest points each week wins a $25 gift card to Mellow Mushroom. Highest points overall scores $1,000 worth of tickets from A Awesome Tickets. Pick the winning ticket of every regular season game. Win the grand prize, $50,000. This is an audience national contest across multiple markets. The 50K Pro Football Giveaway. Register and win at SASportsStar.com.
Wesley Financial Group is not a law firm.
Ask yourself this question. Is it really worth holding on to that timeshare that you know you need to get rid of? Here's the truth. The average maintenance fee just went up over 17%. That could have been 117%, and there's nothing you can do about it. When you buy a timeshare, you give them a blank check for annual maintenance and assessment fees. I'm Chuck McDowell, founder of Wesley Financial Group. For 15 years, I've helped over 50,000 families cancel their timeshare. Not sell it, not transfer it, cancel it. Did you buy a timeshare because they told you it was a great investment and your maintenance fees would never go up? That's a lie. Are you ready to get rid of your timeshare once and for all? Simply call us and I'll send you our timeshare exit kit that explains all your options for cancellation.
Call Wesley now for your timeshare exit kit. 800-857-8866. That's 800-857-8866. 800-857-8866.
Joel, I've invented the perfect exercise machine. It's practical, efficient, and fits in any home. I give you the Row and Go. Ta-da! It's a rowing machine that connects to your toilet, so you can row and...
Stop. Folks, at Quarter Moon Plumbing, Heat, and AC will help homes stay in tip-top shape. Call Quarter Moon 651-5899.
Quarter Moon Plumbing, Heat, and AC, 210-651-5899.
License number M16004, TACLA 141074E.
I know that hiring can be challenging. You sort through tons of resumes and you get too many so-so applicants. You're just waiting for someone to match your role perfectly. Well, now there's a place where you can meet them fast. ZipRecruiter.
Need to hire right away. Start your search for strong candidates. The right fit awaits. Build your team, build it sooner. Meet your match on ZipRecruiter.
Just head to ZipRecruiter.com/free right now to try it for free. And you're on your way to meeting your match. 4 out of 5 employers who post on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. So try it now. Go to ZipRecruiter.com/free. Once again, that's ZipRecruiter.com/free.
Meet your match on ZipRecruiter. Try it free.
The following is a dramatization.
Davis Law Firm, how can I help?
Hola, mi esposo se lastimó en un accidente ayer. ¿Me puede ayudar?
Claro que sí. Estamos aquí para servirle.
I'm Jeff Davis. At Davis Law Firm, we're here for you 24/7. Our team of Texas attorneys has been helping people injured in car, truck, or 18-wheeler wrecks for more than 25 years. And there's no fee unless we win. Y hablamos español. If you've been hurt, call us at 444-4444.
Davis Law Firm, San Antonio.
With appliance savings at the Home Depot, get up to 40% off select innovative appliances like GE Profile. Add a touch of ease to your holiday with the all-in-one combo to wash and dry your laundry in one machine. And refrigerators with built-in convenient features like the dual dispense autofill water pitcher. Shop appliance savings plus free delivery on select GE appliances now at the Home Depot. Free delivery on select GE appliance purchases of $396 or more. Offer valid 12/11 through 1/1. U.S. only. See store or online for details.
Sound familiar? At Mattress Firm, we understand there are many problems that can keep you up at night, like snoring, aches and pains, or sleeping hot. Our sleep experts have the unrivaled know-how to match you with a mattress that can help. And now at Mattress Firm, save up to $500 on Tempur-Pedic, plus get a $300 instant gift. For the great sleep you deserve, visit Mattress Firm. We make sleep easy. Restrictions apply. See store or website for details.
Running a business means wearing multiple hats. So if you're like me, you probably started out using your personal phone, taking client calls and texts nonstop. As my business grew, I needed something smarter. That's when I switched to Quo, the #1 business phone system. Quo works right on your phone or computer. No carrying 2 phones, no clunky landline, just one easy app you can try for free. Your team can share one number and handle calls and texts together like a shared inbox. Any teammate can jump into the conversation, so customers get faster responses. And Quo's AI assistant summarizes your calls and responds to customers 24/7, so you never miss a lead or opportunity. All this starts at just $15 a month. That's basically 2 coffees. You can even keep your current business phone number. Find out why 90,000 businesses trust Quo. No missed calls, no missed customers. Try Quo for free at quo.com/sports. That's quo.com/sports to try Quo free. QUO.com/SPORTS.
It's the Morning Huddle with AJ Hoffman and Rob Thompson on 94.1 San Antonio's Sports Star.
Bang! Bang! Come on, man. Bang!
Good morning, everybody. Happy Hump Day. And Estrada says that's why I don't watch bowl games. I get it, man.
Yeah. What? You don't watch bowl games because why? The superstars
because you're not watching the best players. Yeah.
Well, how many superstars are going to be in any of these bowls? I mean, there's a relatively few dudes. So we've watched bowl games for years with kids, and whether it was reported or not, that didn't play for a lot of reasons. In games that, we used to hold kids out for grades.
Yeah.
Remember when you didn't make grades and you didn't get to play? So when we did that, we were like, well, that's what it's supposed to be like. You're supposed to want to be here. So the bowl games are not anything other than passive entertainment for 98% of the people watching. 2% give a crap. They're financially invested in this one way or the other. But for the rest of us, it's popcorn. It's a passing entertainment. And as soon as something else turns up, we're going to flip the channel and never think about the game again.
Yeah.
Now, the playoff teams are different. And during the break, Vic came in and goes, don't you remember on New Year's Day? It mattered, man. We look forward to it.
For sure.
Well, that's
we talked about it yesterday. Arizona State and Duke play today.
I'll watch it. But
with Sam Levitt, we've talked about all year. What a great job he's done at Arizona State. You ain't going to see him today.
No.
It's just not. I don't know. There's something that has fundamentally changed. It's not. It's a bummer.
It ain't better. I can tell you that.
All right, we got some games that matter coming up next.
On your ride to work, it's the Morning Huddle with A.J. Hoffman and Rob Thompson. KTFM Floresville.
This report is sponsored by the Crohn's and Colitis Foundation. The Crohn's and Colitis Foundation has been at the forefront of inflammatory bowel disease research and care for over 50 years. Learn more about research, education, and support at Crohn'sColitisFoundation.org.
Lowest prices, biggest selection. Lowest prices, biggest selection.
At Mr. W Fireworks, we have always offered the lowest prices on fireworks.
And we always will.
We never charge additional hidden fees, and we always price our fireworks more than 50% less than the other guys. When you shop at Mr. W Fireworks, you can be sure you are getting the lowest prices around.
And the biggest selection. Look for the big W on our sign.
Or visit MrWFireworks.com to find a location near you.
Happy New Year!
How about them Cowboys? We rise as one in Texas, sporting handed-down silver and blue jerseys. We come together for America's team every time they take the field. So let's share a round of Jim Beam and lemonade on game day together, because people are good for you, especially for us in Cowboys country. Presented by Jim Beam, bringing fans together across Cowboys country. 40% alcohol by volume. Copyright 2024, James B. Beam Distilling Company, Claremont, Kentucky. Drink smart.
Connecticut water systems are the best of the best. I personally have one in my home. All those other water softener systems out there are junk in comparison.
For a limited time, receive a free reverse osmosis drinking station at your kitchen sink. $400 off with trade-in and 0% interest for 12 months with approved credit. Call Connecticut of San Antonio and the Hill Country. 210-656-PURE.
Check them out at ConnecticutSA.com and tell them Dave Ramsey sent you.
License number 38961.
By texting 24700, you agree to receive recurring automated marketing messages from J. Crew Factory. Message and data rates may apply. No purchase required. Terms apply. Available at jcrew.com.
Need last-minute gifts? J.Crew Factory has got you covered. Enjoy up to 60% off store-wide and shop cozy matching pajamas, toasty sweaters, amazing outerwear, festive accessories, and so much more. Get in the spirit at J.Crew Factory, where you'll score our exclusive collection of classic styles for the whole family at prices that can't be beat. And today, save even more. Just text GIFTING to 24700 to receive an extra $25 off your purchase of $75 or more at your nearest J. Crew Factory store. Visit jcrewfactory.com to find your nearest San Antonio area store today. But first, get an extra $25 off your purchase of $75 or more when you text GIFTING to 24700. Text GIFTING to 24700 to get your $25 off coupon. That's GIFTING to 24700. See a store associate for details.
America's best high school football players are coming to San Antonio. It's the Navy All-American Bowl at the Alamo Dome on Saturday, January 11th. Trevor Lawrence, C.J. Stroud, and Jeremiah Smith played here. Join us for a day of exciting football to see the stars of tomorrow at the Navy All-American Bowl, followed by the San Antonio Sports All-Star Football Game, presented by Valero. Fan Zone opens at 9:30 a.m. Tickets on sale at the Dome box office and Ticketmaster.
My name is Whitney Allen. I am a widow. My husband Ryan died. We never thought in a million years we'd have to use life insurance. The unexpected happened. With Ethos, it is so fast and easy. It's 100% online. You can get a quote in seconds, apply in minutes, and get same-day coverage. No medical exams, and you can get up to $3 million worth of coverage through Ethos.
Get your free quote at ethos.com/game. That's ETHOS.com/game.
Time spent on application may vary. Online health questions required.
If you get arrested, get out of jail fast by calling AA Best Bail Bonds, 210-225-2121. Text BAIL to 474747 or online at mybestbailbonds.com. You don't have to call attorneys or anybody else. Don't be forced into a PR bond. If the jail offers you one, make sure you understand the conditions before accepting it. AA Best Bail Bonds. Nobody beats their price. They have payment plans. Call 210-225-2121 or mybestbailbonds.com.
License number 149.
Hi, I'm Dr. Jason Garrett with Rust. If you're tired of pain slowing you down from a recent injury or something that's been nagging you for years, we can help. At Arasti, we've earned the trust of over 8,000 physicians by delivering fast, lasting pain relief without painkillers or surgery. Our hands-on approach targets the root cause of pain, and most patients see results in just one visit. No referral needed, and it's covered by most insurance plans. So don't wait. Visit Arasti.com. That's AIRROSTI.com. Arasti. We fix pain fast.
Kohl's new clearance markdowns are intense. Up to 70% off is the kind of deal that'll leave you feeling stunned and make you whisper things like, "Where have you been my whole life?" to a cardigan. Just take a deep breath, steady your cart, and try to act normal. But it's not possible. The savings are just too good. Shop new clearance markdowns now in-store and online at Kohl's. Select styles, some exclusions apply. See store or kohls.com for details.
94.1 San Antonio Sports Star traffic from News Talk 550 KTSA.
Good morning. Looks like a new trouble spot. Loop 410 eastbound at Callahan. Disabled vehicle that they quickly moved off the main lane. It's off to the shoulder. And that closure at 35 southbound New Laredo Highway to 410. Closed with an 18-wheeler accident. So delay start at Somerset. About 5 minutes or so. With traffic being forced to exit onto the frontage road. Holiday reminder, if you plan to drink plenty of champagne tonight, please make sure to use a ride-share service or choose a designated driver. Let's all arrive safely to our destination tonight. I'm Debbie Alcacer, KTSA, Time Saver Traffic.
San Antonio Sports Center.
In the NBA, the Spurs look to snap their two-game losing streak tonight as they play the New York Knicks. The tip goes off at 6 o'clock in the Frost Bank Center. In the NFL, big news coming from Cowboy Land. They waived quarterback Trayvon Diggs. He'll become a free agent once he clears waivers. Diggs signed a $97 million contract back in 2023. He's been worth every penny. In college football, it's going to be a busy day. Most of it right here on San Antonio Sports Star. It all starts this morning at 10:30, right after the Morning Huddle. The ReliaQuest Bowl features Vanderbilt and Iowa. It's going to be followed with the Cheez-It Bowl. That's got Texas taking on Michigan. That'll be at 2. And then it closes out with a quarterfinal matchup of the day. The 10th-ranked Miami Hurricanes taking on Ohio State at Jerry World, 6 o'clock. I'm Rob Thompson for 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
Sports Center brought to you by Synergenics. Book your appointment at fixmylowteam.com.
From the studios of San Antonio Sports Star, reaching more sports fans than any station in South Texas. Welcome to the Morning Huddle with AJ Hoffman and Rob Thompson. This is 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
7:02 on the Morning Huddle, 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star. Speaking of the transfer portal, which officially opens on Friday, and when that happens, the transfer portal now is 2 weeks long, so January 2nd through the 16th.
Which, minor change, but it does mean a lot.
And I imagine what it means is deals are going to be made quicker. And
deals are already done, bro.
And sometimes when you got to make a quick deal, it means you got to pay more. If you want something to be efficient, you pay an efficiency price.
Go ask Coach Traylor if his guys have already made their deals, and they have.
Yeah.
I mean, just because the portal's open doesn't mean that that idea of what tampering used to be doesn't exist, man. As soon as the light turns green, you're going to be amazed at where players land, and it'll happen immediately.
According to one SEC general manager, the average starter this cycle is $600,000.
But that's not every starter on every team. We're talking about the high-end transfers, the quarterbacks.
No. He says the average starter. And he says the average starter last year was $300,000.
The transfer portal, or just your starter for every team?
If you want a starting player an SEC caliber
That's
player.
What I meant. So these are the guys that are transferring, and they're up for bid now.
Now, obviously, different positions cost different amounts. The going rates this year, this is the expected going rates. The quarterbacks, the high-end quarterbacks this year are expected to fetch more than $3.5 million this season.
Didn't Ewers say he was offered upwards of 8?
He was offered a huge amount. I don't know if it was. I think it was around 8. Yeah, I think you're right. The low end guys are still getting $750,000 to $1 million.
Yeah.
And when I say the top-ranked guys, I just mentioned Sam Levitt from Arizona State.
And the Raiola kid from Nebraska is going to get paid, right?
I don't know if he's going to get that. Josh Hoover, who sat out last night in the Alamo Bowl for TCU. Brendan Sorsby from Cincinnati. Those guys are going to get $3.5+ million this year.
I hope people aren't wincing and upset at this.
I don't know. I would say
they're still not getting compensated for the money they bring in. They're still not up where the NFL dudes are. The NFL are getting they're getting 51% of the gross. You know what I mean? The NFL is making more than the owner as a sum total. We haven't. You think that $6 million to the starting quarterback of Ohio State means anything? I mean, the money that he will bring in this year in just ticket sales, TV money, gear sales, all the way from stickers outside the stadium and everything that goes along with it, they are still not compensated, those stars like that, to their value. They're not.
Like Brendan Sorsby seems to be like the big name in the transfer portal this year for quarterbacks. He was at Cincinnati this year, and they went 7-5. So, yeah, they're not compensated the way NFL players are because they're not as good. They're not
as good. No, but what I'm saying is it's not about how good you are. It's how much you're worth. How much money am I generating for the university? And if it's $1 more than you paid me, congratulations, you made some money off me.
Yeah.
And they're making far more than that off of me. So when I hear $6 million, that tells me they ain't spending money they don't got. You know, they're not going to the bank to get a loan. This is money they got in the bank or money that a booster has in his bank. And if he wants to part with his cash, thank you.
Yeah.
I have no problem with this. Whenever I hear these numbers, people go, oh, wow. What are you talking about? You know how many fans' eyes were on saying the quarterback of Ohio State this year? I mean, TV games and all. It's still a drop in the bucket. There's a reason why NFL dudes, now they play more games, that make $40, $50 million. And guess what? They're worth every penny.
The running backs this year, the high-end running backs are expected to fetch around $1 million. Louisville's Isaac Brown, Florida's Jaden Ball, both names mentioned around that area. But one agent said if you're spending $1 million on a running back, you need a new GM.
I was going to say, I was curious as you were going to go down these numbers if it reflected the way that NFL player positions are paid.
Kind of does.
It seems to feel very much the same.
It says the average running back's about $500,000 these days.
And when you put the ratios against the NFL, that's about right.
Yeah. But you can get a starting running back, it says, for about $300,000 to $500,000.
You know, I would treat running backs like I would in the NFL. I can recruit one. You know, I'll pay him a little bit as freshman, and he leaves, I'll go get another one.
Yeah.
I'd rather pay my left guard and left tackle all that money.
Wide receiver, it's going to cost you these days. Auburn's Cam Coleman projected to be
I think he might be wearing maroon next year.
Probably the number one overall transfer, expected to fetch around $2 million. That's a big number. Jeremiah Smith.
Oh, I don't know how much a Jeremiah Smith is worth.
If he were to transfer, could command up to $4 million for 1 year of his services.
And I would be willing to fund that little personal services contract.
Yeah.
Ooh.
And it says the hypothetical gap between Coleman and Jeremiah Smith could be $2 million, though a bidding war could also push Coleman's number over $2 million, while the gap between Coleman and others can be hundreds of thousands.
Right.
So, but one Big 12 manager, GM, said, well, $1 million for elite receivers, $1.5 to $2 million for freak receivers, and $400,000 to $750,000 for everybody else. If you want a big, tall guy, even without production, it says that can be $600,000 to $700,000. Smaller guys, third guys, that's $200,000 to $300,000. But if you're tall, you usually get an extra $100,000. It says last year's cycle there were multiple receivers who were in the seven-figure range, including Eric Singleton and Casey Concepcion.
Mm-hmm. That's why I think that Auburn kid's going to head to A&M. They already got the money allotted for that position.
Yeah. Hey, we just throw a couple dollars on top of that. Yeah. Tight end. The high-end tight ends, they're saying around $800,000, $600,000 to $800,000. Average, though, between $300,000 and $500,000 for a tight end. An offensive tackle, much like the NFL, we talk about how you know
That's
these
where I
guys
spend my money.
The high-end guys, over $1 million.
Well, doesn't UT have an automatic, if you're a lineman, you automatically get $50K? It's just like no matter whether
That's
you ever
when
play
you walk on campus, I would imagine, and I imagine that
they're
goes
not
up.
alone, but that was the first one I'd actually heard where there was a lineman club, and if you join that lineman club, you get paid immediately.
Interior offensive line, high-end, said to be between $600,000 and $800,000, average $300,000 to $500,000. Here you go, edge rusher. Again, the NFL comp, the average, $600,000 to $1 million.
I'd have thought more.
The high-end guys expected to fetch between $1 and $2 million each. Dylan Stewart, who re-signed with South Carolina, he would. They said that he would have gotten guaranteed $2 million if he would have gone into the portal. The thought is that he's getting close to that from South Carolina, but there were people who were like, yeah, we were ready to offer him $2 million. In the Big Ten, they say even just an average starting edge rusher commands about $700,000. I don't know if it's desperation or scarcity, but guys without a whole lot of production or proven impact are commanding eyebrow-raising money at edge rusher.
You know, again, I say to football, as a guy who's been a part of basketball for a long time, welcome to the party.
Yeah. Defensive tackle, the high end, $800,000 to $1.5 million. And it says for this one, the scarcity of quality defensive tackles makes it high value. Wake Forest's Mateen Igaraboa, who is excellent, by the way, and is playing for Wake Forest this week, which I give him a lot of credit for. They're saying he could get around $1.5 million. USC transfer Devin Tompkins, who didn't play yesterday, is going to be well into the seven figures range. So it says for a top interior defensive lineman, this is according to a Big Ten GM, to get you in the conversation has to be at least $800,000. So if you want a great one, you're in seven figures. Linebacker, average between $250,000, $500,000. The high end's about $700,000. Cornerback, average between $400,000 and $700,000. High end gets you up around $1 million. Now it says in part because you need so many cornerbacks, you get a pretty wide range of salary here because some of the low end ones are like $150,000.
And we're talking about there's only about 30 schools that can afford what we're talking about. I mean, let's be realistic. There's 30, 35 schools that are really in the mix for 85% of this money.
Yeah. Safety, $700,000 to $1 million. And then kickers, punters. What do you think the high end for a quality place kicker in the college football world is right now?
$150,000, $200,000.
$200,000, yeah, for the best kickers and punters.
Hey, man, it matters, especially in college.
Yep. So there you go. That's what these kids are going to be making this year.
I'm happy for it. This is one thing that don't wince. Don't get upset with this. This is fine. I mean,
and that's part of why when you hear these numbers, now you kind of go, oh, well, that's why they're sitting out this game.
Yeah, and on the vice of that, on the vice versa, is you're getting this kind of money, and if I'm paying you $8 million, your ass is playing in the bowl game, and I'm writing it down, and you're signing the paper.
That's what I would say.
I'm going to just build that in, brother. So get ready. I don't care if you're going pro. You're my pro right now.
Yeah, and you can transfer as soon as our bowl game's over. That's
I mean, you could fake an injury and you can do all that if you want to. But the fact is, I'm going to sign you to a deal that you're going to play every game we play if physically possible.
Yeah.
Treat you like a pro. You want to be a pro? I'm going to treat you like one.
Yeah, well, unless you're Trayvon Diggs, then you don't really have to play.
No, you really don't. You can just linger on the sidelines.
You go for a while.
Just sit and watch.
Let's talk about that. Coming up on the other side, Trayvon Diggs no longer a Dallas Cowboy. We'll talk about that next. Morning Huddle, 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
Light up your outdoor party with Mr. W Fireworks.
We always have the lowest prices around. That's right.
Our prices are always more than 50% lower than the other guys.
And we never charge any hidden fees. Look for the big W on our sign and find us online at MrWFireworks.com.
When you shop at Mr. W, you can be sure you are getting the lowest prices on fireworks around.
And the biggest selection. Don't overpay for your fireworks ever again.
From our family to yours.
Happy New Year!
Hey, it's Rob Thompson here, and I'll tell you what, it's holiday season. My bags are packed, travel plans are set, and the roads and airports are filling up. I want to remind you that while you're heading out of town, Bluebonnet Bunk and Biscuit has your pups covered. It's a luxury pet care you can trust while you're away. They've got over 17,000 square feet of pet paradise, more than an acre of play outside, plus training and spa treatments. It's a holiday staycation that your four-legged MVP certainly deserves and will absolutely love. Book your pup spot today. Call 210-750-1298.
This new year, get started on your next success with University of Maryland Global Campus. An accredited state university, UMGC offers online and hybrid classes, along with more than 135 skills-based degrees and certificates in fields like business, cybersecurity, healthcare, and more. Gain the skills you need to achieve your career goals. Apply now and save with no application fee. Classes start January 7th. Learn more at umgc.edu. Certified to operate in Virginia by Chev.
See the best of the best, the area's top high school senior players in the San Antonio Sports All-Star Football Game, presented by Valero. 119 All-Stars from 68 high schools will compete in the annual Alamo Dome Showdown, Saturday, January 10th, following the Navy All-American Bowl. One ticket gets you into both games. Available on Ticketmaster. The San Antonio Sports All-Star Football Game, presented by Valero. January 10th at 5:30 p.m. at the Alamo Dome.
I love a day on the water with friends, but my moderate to severe plaque psoriasis sometimes holds me back. Now I'm all in with clearer skin thanks to Skyrizi. Risankizumab Riza, a prescription-only 150 milligram injection for adults who are candidates for systemic or phototherapy.
Teaching music is my passion, but my active psoriatic arthritis can limit me at times. Now I'm treating my joint symptoms with Skyrizi.
With Skyrizi, most people with plaque psoriasis saw 90% clearer skin at 4 months.
Or if you are an adult with active psoriatic arthritis, Skyrizi helps you move with less joint pain, stiffness, swelling, and fatigue.
Don't use if allergic to Skyrizi. Serious allergic reactions, increased infections, or lower ability to fight them may occur. Before treatment, get checked for infections and tuberculosis. Tell your doctor about any flu-like symptoms or vaccines.
There's nothing like clearer skin.
There's nothing like better movement, and that means everything. Ask your doctor about Skyrizi. Visit Skyrizi.com or call 1-866-SKY-RIZZI to learn more.
Let's get the new year started with a brand new RV from the South Texas RV Super Sale. San Antonio area's best dealers have put together a fantastic RV show with the best prices ever. Hundreds of RVs for every family. Small towables, toy haulers, fifth wheels, and Class A, B, and C motorhomes. They're all on sale. Our dealers are picking up parking, so it's free. Come on over to SouthTexasRVSupersale.com to buy tickets in advance. Thursday, January 1st through Sunday the 4th at Expo Hall. Doors open daily at 10 a.m. at SouthTexasRVSupersale.com.
Sound familiar? At Mattress Firm, we understand there are many problems that can keep you up at night, like snoring, aches and pains, or sleeping hot. Our sleep experts have the unrivaled know-how to match you with a mattress that can help. And now at Mattress Firm, save up to $700, plus get a free adjustable base with select Sealy Posturepedic mattresses. For the great sleep you deserve, visit Mattress Firm. We make sleep easy. Restrictions apply. See store or website for details.
Running a business means wearing multiple hats. So if you're like me, you probably started out using your personal phone, taking client calls and texts nonstop. As my business grew, I needed something smarter. That's when I switched to Quo, the #1 business phone system. Quo works right on your phone or computer. No carrying 2 phones, no clunky landline, just one easy app you can try for free. Your team can share one number and handle calls and texts together like a shared inbox. Any teammate can jump into the conversation so customers get faster responses. And Quo's AI assistant summarizes your calls and responds to customers 24/7, so you never miss a lead or opportunity. All this starts at just $15 a month. That's basically 2 coffees. You can even keep your current business phone number. Find out why 90,000 businesses trust Quo. No missed calls, no missed customers. Try Quo for free at quo.com/sports. That's quo.com/sports to try Quo free. QUO.com/SPORTS.
It's the Morning Huddle with AJ Hoffman and Rob Thompson.
Hey, huddle up.
Worse.
There's one of us.
Yeah.
Gather around. Hey, you're on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star, 7:19 on a New Year's Eve.
Yeah, he's coming back somewhere.
Somewhere. Rolling around. Anything you want to talk about, Vic? Anything you want to get off your chest?
No, just like I said, the significance of the bowl games changed. That was my biggest thing coming in today. I wanted to ask you guys.
You, when you mentioned like the Rose Bowl.
Yeah, because back then it was the Rose Bowl was the granddaddy. You know,
Granddaddy of them all.
The game that mattered.
And to some extent, it still kind of does. It's going to host a playoff game, but it's not the Big Ten versus the Pac-12.
Right. See, that's my point. Yeah,
to prove who the best of the West
because you named
is.
the big ones, the Cotton Bowl. I know Cotton Bowl was big. Rose Bowl,
and they still are, and they play a role in the national championship, and they do and will host semifinals. Like the Cotton Bowl is actually hosting a game this weekend. It's just not really the Cotton Bowl where you won your way there through your conference. You were one of the top 5 teams and got to sit at home, and that's where you were assigned by your seating. So while the Cotton Bowl still exists, there was no picking the teams. It was just they just arrived. But the whole idea of what college sports is just changed. It's not better. It's not worse. It's just different. And those that argue, I would beg to differ that it's as popular as it's ever been. There are more eyes on it as there has ever been. Okay. There is obviously plenty of money.
Oh, yeah. I mean, there's tons of money to go around.
Whenever you can bank on the ego of a wealthy benefactor, you're always going to turn out pretty good, because this is ego money from hyper-successful alumni, and they get to go back to the university where they were kicked around because they were nerds probably, and they invented something, made all this money, and now they can go donate and sit on the front row and be a contributor to the football team. Look at what Tech. Now, he wasn't a nerd. He actually played on the team, but this guy shows up, brings his checkbook, his business acumen, and says, I'm going to take over this program, and we're going to put together the best money can buy. And guess what? 2 years later, here they sit. And those that argue, there's no one in Lubbock that is upset with the current system. No one. They went and bought the best team that they possibly could, and not just on the football team. Have you paid attention to their softball team? They made a World Series run. They have the highest paid girl in all of women's softball playing for them. So for those that use their universities as an outlet for their sports fandom, keep spending the money, man. No, there's nobody in Lubbock upset about the payment of the mustached linebacker and his helicopter flying girlfriend. Man, we're going to hear all about that over the weekend. And guess what? He's driving a Ferrari home. You know what I mean? It was a great story 5 years ago when they were living off her tech sergeant income. Oh. Jacob's making $1.5 million this year. This isn't a warm, hard story. Oh, they're just scraping by. No, man, he's in the pay echelon he deserves to be.
And he's got money to come down the road. Some of these guys, like Diego Pavia,
this is all they're ever going to make.
The most money they'll ever make, yeah.
The granddaddy of all, and Vic was saying, I miss the old style of bowl game. I say it's not worse; it's just different.
It is different. It's not better.
No, it's not better.
It's not better for the average viewer, certainly.
Well, I would say it's better in that you have more access to college sports than you have ever had. If you want to watch it, it is on just about every day.
Yeah, somewhere. But, during bowl season 20 years ago, that was the case. You could see every bowl game.
Well, I'm just talking about college sports as a whole. The NFL, the football is always led the way.
If you like watching lady basketball, you want to watch, and I like to watch college wrestling sometimes. ESPN Plus has done a lot for that.
Absolutely. And the reason it exists is to help these universities pay for these kids to go. Now these wrestlers that you never cared about make a little money, man. Yeah. They can live in an apartment and feed themselves. They have to go to the on-campus cafeteria like the rest of the slaps at the school. They can go buy themselves some decent food. It's those little things that.
But also, how much does the wrestling program at Fresno State make for the university?
Probably not much.
No.
But, that's why when you put them on TV, it's worth it. But if you are committed to it, there's enough money for everybody.
Yeah.
We can look at the University of Texas. There's not a sport they don't compete in. And it's all coming from football or basketball. The women's or the men's cross-country team ain't making any money.
No. And all the baseball money goes to some coach they hired.
Yeah. Blood money, as we call it.
All right, let's switch up for a little bit. We'll get into the Ohio State Miami game. Pardon me, a little bit later. One of the most memorable championship games of all time, by the way, Ohio State and Miami.
Absolutely, the crack that hurt around the world.
That was the
that McGahee's knee.
Yeah,
that
it was
blew up.
Willis McGahee's knee, but it was also the phantom PI that won Ohio State a national title. Cost me a lot of money.
Well, if Miami would have just been better people.
Yeah.
It was that was karma, man. That's all it was.
Let's talk about Trayvon Diggs for a minute.
Speaking of karma.
Yeah. Trayvon Diggs no longer employed by the Dallas Cowboys. This isn't like some great surprise. This is
we knew this was coming.
Yeah, but it is. He is a brand name guy. He's been to a couple Pro Bowls. I think that a lot of people don't realize that. I say this like I know. I believe if Trayvon Diggs were still the player he was 4 years ago, 3-4 years ago,
they'd put up with all the crap.
We'd be having a different conversation right now.
And we'd put up with all of it. Just go out and play on Sundays.
On the field.
He'll be fine.
This year he missed half the season with a knee injury, and then he got a concussion trying to install a television at home, allegedly.
So a TV fell on your head, huh?
Yes.
You're a highly skilled professional athlete, and you dropped a TV on your head.
Yes. He is now on waivers. If someone were to pick him up off waivers, they would owe him $472,000, which is base salary for Week 18.
Change in your couch.
And about $60,000 for if he's active this week.
But the Cowboys would get a compensatory pick out of this. So
Yes.
this is one of the reasons they let him out.
There is no guaranteed money on his deal beyond this season. The Cowboys will tell you they did not like the way he rehabbed.
Well, we heard from Shoddy.
Remember, they fined him $500,000, or I guess it was like a de-escalator or whatever it was.
It was the league's new de-escalator.
Yeah, when he failed to show up for the voluntary off-season stuff, he chose to do his rehab at home, right? In Miami versus at the facility. So he showed up on the PUP list, but he did end up playing the beginning of the season. And then, of course, on top of that, you had him complaining about the desire to play more man in a heavy zone scheme defense. And the truth is, when he was on the field this year, what did he play, 8 games?
It's a shadow, man.
He didn't have a single pass breakup or interception this season, not one.
And a lot of this is we're mad at him for maybe the wrong reason. He was legitimately hurt, and he blew his knees out. He has. He is just not what he was. Now, how he reacted to the rehab and how he reacted to what is essentially the end of his career. He's going to pick up with somebody, but he's never going to be a starter again, and he's always going to be kind of a bench dude to kind of come and help. Just because physically, I just don't believe he can do it. I think we knew way back when that the end was near with Trayvon. But because I remember when we were at camp, AJ, remember watching him and Micah kind of stand off on the sidelines, kind of talking to each other with their hoodies on, just in hindsight, what a telling moment that was.
Yeah. There's clearly I don't want to say a personal issue, but I think if Trayvon Diggs were a more ideal teammate or more ideal employee, even if his game had slipped, he'd still be around.
I guarantee you that, because this is an admittance of failure. You know how hard it is for Jerry to admit failure?
Yeah.
This is an admittance. I overpaid you. You were not what I thought you were, and you didn't even try to get back to a level that we would have accepted. This is an outright failure.
And now this will it'll free up $12 million for next year in cap space. That's nice. But also when you look at the cupboard for cornerbacks in Dallas, it's not
bare.
It's not great. You've got Deron Bland still, and Deron Bland, let's call it what it is too, it's not the same player that they signed. I'm not saying that I don't think they made the wrong move. I think that Schottenheimer has made it pretty clear that he heavily values like having good locker room, good juju.
He's a we over me guy, and most good coaches are, but he even more so. You can tell he wants the motor to be more than the sum of its parts.
It's a culture thing for Schotty, and I don't think that. I'm guessing he didn't stand up and bang the table to keep Trayvon Diggs.
No, I think we poked him several weeks in a row. Like, let's tell us about your quarterback. But I do think, at least as a Cowboy fan, I have confidence in Will McClay and his staff. They do have an eye for defensive backs. They do have a tendency to go find them. So I'm not sure how much I need them to go spend a bunch of money. Just go draft like you've drafted. Just make that a priority. And so far, they've done a pretty good job. I mean, even the bad ones have turned out to be, if not serviceable someplace else, still in the league. So I think they can go get a quarterback that'll be accessible and still spend a little bit of money on a seasoned pro and still focus where they really need to be focusing in some other areas on the team.
Shavon Revel was the only defensive back they drafted this year.
And he turned out to be all right.
He's been serviceable, played about, what did he play, half the season?
And he was forced into it. We didn't want to have to play him. But, and again, he turned out okay. So in the grand scheme of things, I used to trust in the fact that they could draft an offensive lineman. Like, the Hall of Famer's retiring. Well, you drafted that one, go draft another one. And they lost their eye for it. And I'd like to think that they still have whatever that sense is about what makes a great cornerback in the Cowboys scheme. And so far, for the most part, until you paid them, you had a pretty good eye on it.
Yep. 2024, they got Kalen Carson in round 5, another guy who's kind of been forced into action and is done okay. In 2023, it was Eric Scott in the 6th round, who has not really been a factor. But you go back to 2022, and they did get Deron Bland in round 5, which is a nice find. The last time they really invested high draft capital in that position before Revel was 2021. They drafted Kelvin Joseph in round 2, and they drafted Nashawn Wright in round 3, neither of whom really.
I think the second round are still in the league. I don't think third rounders even in the league anymore.
No. So those it didn't work out. Before that, Trayvon Diggs in round 2. Michael Jackson back in 2019. You got to go back a little ways. I know maybe my belief that they're able to find these guys is waning.
It is. Like I said, they used to hit on offensive linemen every year. I mean, when you're drafting a Travis Frederick, it's certainly an easy pick. We knew how good he was going to be, but they made the pick.
Yeah.
And they did it consistently all the way back to Tyron Smith. So they had eyes for what was effective. And for, like you said, for about a 3-year run there, they brought in effective cornerbacks that they groomed and they grew, and they ended up paying them and paid the price for it, but at least they found them. So I have confidence that at least they'll find serviceable cornerbacks in the short-term future, because I don't think when they put together their 3-year budget at the beginning of this year, they thought they would be spending any money in the defensive backfield unless it was, except, of course, going and finding a safety. I think they're planning on doing that. But I think, even up until a month ago, I think they were still holding on hope that Bland and Diggs would still be their corners of the future. We just got to get them healthy. And that's out the window now.
Yeah, now you're looking at almost a full reset in the secondary, probably with the lone exception being Deron Bland, who you expect to be a starter. And I would guess Revel is probably or Revel has earned himself at least some play.
Yeah. But there's a free agent floating around out there that I have no idea who it is. It will be a Cowboy next year. So, you hope that they get the right dude. But I don't know that any of these guys spending all kinds of money on quarterbacks. You draft them. You just can't afford to pay these guys the way you have. It just threw everything out of whack.
And that's happened at multiple positions, because we've talked about it with Terrence Steele. We've seen guys who do a little bit, and Jerry is quick to reward you if you have early success.
Especially if you looked like a reach and it panned out. If it makes you look good, it makes Jerry look good as I found this undrafted free agent named Steele. And guess what? He took us to the playoffs at right tackle.
And you ain't never going to believe what high school he went to.
Steele!
Can you believe that? They
Double Steele.
Named the high school after him. I'm a little concerned about what the Cowboys, obviously the secondary wasn't good this year.
They were the worst the Cowboys have ever had. Not just not good, they were the worst defensive backfield the Cowboys have ever had.
And let's take a quick break. When we come back, we'll hear from Jerry Jones because there are some indications maybe that
I don't know, man.
the change that we all thought was imminent might not be. We'll talk about that next. It's the Morning Huddle 94.1.
Well, the holidays are winding down, and we're going to jump back into the everyday life, and I want you to consider what your dog's going to be doing when you get back to work. Once you hit the streets and go back and doing what you need to be doing, are your dogs just sitting at home alone? Make a resolution that your dogs are going to start living the kind of life they deserve while you're gone. Take them over to Bluebonnet Bunkin' Biscuit. They'll take care of them nice. I'm talking about 17,000, square feet of play space, indoor and outdoor. You've got the big kennels and the video that you can watch them. Of course, they've got grooming and training. It's a one-stop shop for everything for your pets, your four-legged MVP, as they call them at Bluebonnet Bunkin' Biscuit. So remember, as this year gets going, they've got great deals for weekly, monthly, all the stuff you need for the regulars. If you're planning on doing something tonight and you want to, bed your dogs up in some place that they'll feel safe, call them today. Here, the number to get over to Bluebonnet is 210-750-1298. They might have a little bit of space, so your dogs can get away from the fireworks tonight and over the next couple of days. Bluebonnet Bunkin' Biscuit, a pledge to 2026 that your dogs are going to be taken care of their right way. Take them over to Bluebonnet, and I know you're going to thank me later.
94.1 San Antonio Sports Star Traffic from Newstalk 550 KTSA.
Good morning. Looks like a new trouble spot. Loop 410 eastbound at Callahan. Disabled vehicle that they quickly moved off the main lane. It's off to the shoulder. And that closure at 35 southbound New Laredo Highway to 410. Closed with an 18-wheeler accident. So delay start at Somerset about 5 minutes or so, with traffic being forced to exit onto the frontage road. Holiday reminder, if you plan to drink plenty of champagne tonight, please make sure to use a ride-share service or choose a designated driver. Let's all arrive safely to our destination tonight. I'm Debbie Alcacer, KTSA Time Saver Traffic.
This report is sponsored by Mothers Against Drunk Driving.
For victims of drunk and drug driving, our grief is unique. But you are not alone. You always have a place at MAD. Call our 24-hour victim helpline at 877-MAD-HELP or visit mad.org.
Guys, football season, we're running out of time. We got to get down on these football games, and the best place to do it is at Underdog. Plus, with Underdog Unwrapped, you're going to unwrap tons of promos all throughout the holidays. We've got boosts, gimme picks, deal reveals, and even some surprises sprinkled in. Now is the best time to get in the game. You can make your picks and win money right now here in Texas, and playing on Underdog's so easy. You pick your favorite players, or they can go higher or lower on their stats. It's as simple as that. For me, I'm on Josh Allen rushing yards. I like higher. It's that time of year, a little cold. We got to take over the game. Who do you trust more than Josh? Guys, it's simple to play. Download the app, use promo code Alamo. $75 in bonus entries when you play your first $5 with promo code Alamo. Underdog. Make picks, win money. Must be 18 plus and present in Texas. Terms apply. See assets.underdogfantasy.com/web/play and get terms _DFS_.html for details. Concerned with your play? Call 1-800-GAMBLER or visit www.ncpgambling.org.
America's best high school football players are coming to San Antonio. It's the Navy All-American Bowl at the Alamo Dome on Saturday, January 11th. Trevor Lawrence, C.J. Stroud, and Jeremiah Smith played here. Join us for a day of exciting football to see the stars of tomorrow at the Navy All-American Bowl, followed by the San Antonio Sports All-Star Football Game, presented by Valero. Fan Zone opens at 9:30 a.m. Tickets on sale at the Dome box office and Ticketmaster.
By texting 24700, you agree to receive recurring automated marketing messages from J.Crew Factory. Message and data rates may apply. No purchase required. Terms apply. Available at jcrew.com.
Need last-minute gifts? J.Crew Factory has got you covered. Enjoy up to 60% off store-wide and shop cozy matching pajamas, toasty sweaters, amazing outerwear, festive accessories, and so much more. Get in the spirit at J.Crew Factory, where you'll score our exclusive collection of classic styles for the whole family at prices that can't be beat.
And today, save even more. Just text GIFTING to 24700 to receive an extra $25 off your purchase of $75 or more at your nearest J. Crew Factory store. Visit jcrewfactory.com to find your nearest San Antonio area store today. But first, get an extra $25 off your purchase of $75 or more when you text GIFTING to 24700. Text GIFTING to 24700 to get your $25 off coupon. That's GIFTING to 24700. See a store associate for details.
The Gomez Law Firm is proud to be San Antonio's trusted personal injury law firm for the past 50 years. We have Jose with the Gomez Law Firm here with us. Your firm has been fighting for the people of San Antonio since 1973. That's incredible.
There are not a lot of businesses that stick around for even 50 years, let alone personal injury law firms.
If you have been injured in an accident or hit by a company vehicle, then turn to the law firm that will fight for you. Visit joegomezlaw.com.
And remember, Gomez Law fights.
I know that hiring can be challenging. You need someone to match your role perfectly. Well, now you can meet them fast on ZipRecruiter.
Build your team, build it sooner. Meet your match on ZipRecruiter.
Just head to ZipRecruiter.com/free right now to try it for free. That's ZipRecruiter.com/free.
Meet your match on ZipRecruiter. Try it free.
My name is Whitney Allen. I am a widow. My husband Ryan died. We never thought in a million years we'd have to use life insurance. The unexpected happened. With Ethos, it is so fast and easy. It's 100% online. You can get a quote in seconds, apply in minutes, and get same-day coverage. No medical exams, and you can get up to $3 million worth of coverage through Ethos.
Get your free quote at ethos.com/game. That's ETHOS.com/game.
Time spent on application may vary. Online health questions required.
This is Jason Minix from The Blitz, and you're listening to 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
Good morning, everybody. 7:41 on the Morning Huddle. Maybe a surprise conversation was had with Jerry Jones yesterday. We've all kind of assumed that this wasn't this defense that we saw this year for Dallas wasn't going to be around for long, and mostly we just assumed that Matt Eberflus,
the entire defense, right?
Well, we assumed Matt Eberflus would be one and done, and there would be a fresh start.
Yeah, why is he not gone?
Well, there was a lot of questions asked to Jerry yesterday about the defense, and here's a couple. I'm going to play you a couple clips. Here's the first clip of Jerry talking about the defense and what went wrong.
Certainly, I liked experience level and liked how we had arrived at the makeup of experience on our staff, and in particular defense. Now, make no mistake about it, everybody had their finger in what we did out there defensively, everybody. And so it's not just a one-man blame at all. And I say that because therein lies what you got to sit down and figure out what, if anything, you want to change. And so we'll get to that pronto. Everybody involved in this thing is, I'm sure, been thinking ahead about how to adjust out of results this year. But the main thing in football is that it is rare when you have one coach or one player that is the cause or the solution to the problem. And that's the main thing I'd like to emphasize to anybody listening. We're trying to solve the problem and try to get better where we are. And one guy is not going to do that.
It did it to you. What are you talking about? It's rare. Guess what? You got rid of Micah Parsons and your team collapsed. It's rare, but guess what? Lightning struck. You got hit.
What about one GM?
What the hell? Yeah.
Can that make a difference?
Do you hear the words coming out of your mouth?
Well, speaking of the Micah debacle, Jerry gave his final thoughts on the Micah trade after everything, after the smoke cleared? What are the final thoughts on Micah?
First of all, wish Micah obviously the greatest recovery, and know him and know that he probably had a very similar reaction that Michael Irvin had, and that was Michael Irvin got better when he rehabbed from a serious injury. So that's good from that standpoint. I like our numbers. I like our numbers that we had on the field this year. We had at least two players out there, a big part of this year for one. And so I liked our numbers. I like the quality of our numbers out there with our Clark and with Williams out there. So, and I do directly point to that. I like our numbers in the future. And that's what it was all about, is being able to have 4, possibly 6, however you want to ultimately allocate the benefit of having that available salary cap room as well as those picks to add to your team.
All right. So as a GM, I'm going to give myself a solid A.
So we're still sticking with the Kenny Clark was not.
Hey, that was a big deal. Remember how he teased that? I got a big something coming for you tomorrow. Hey, as a GM, he says he did a good job. As a GM, I'm looking at what I did, and I'm happy. I give myself an A and a raise.
Yeah. Kenny Clark did get better as the season went on, but
I'm not mad at the haul. I'm not. I mean, at the end of the day, whether you got Quentin Williams for Micah or not, you got him. And I mean, that counts. I'll give you some credit there. But don't go patting yourself on the back there, Jer. I mean, there's some huge holes, whether you knew they were going to be there next year or not. You've got some big old holes to fill, so you can pat yourself on the back as much as you want and say you're happy with the return at the end of the day. But to whiff on your cornerbacks, to know that I've got to go back to the well on this thing in a position that was a position of strength just a couple of years ago. No, there's problems. There's deep issues. And to say that even that you did a good job as a GM, well, is to tell me that your coach sucks.
Yeah.
I mean, if you're saying, well, the guys I gave him by the end of the year, they were pretty good. Your coach sucks. It was the worst defense as the Dallas Cowboys have ever had. Ever.
There were 113 corners graded by PFF this year, and Dallas's best one came in at number 45. That was Deron Bland. Their second best one came in at number 80. That was Trayvon Diggs, who's no longer on the team. Then it's Reddy Stewart at 93. Beyond him, it is Revel at 113 out of 113.
Well, keep in mind, there's about 90 cornerbacks that play on a regular basis. So,
Well, these are the 113 that hit a snap minimum.
So, I mean, in the sum total, if you can say, well, he's going to look at it like, hey, I've got 3 starters. You just gave me 3 starters. You know what I mean? Those are guys on the field. No, there's no A grade here. There's nothing to be proud of here. There's work to be done. And to say that it's not your defensive coordinator, I just don't understand. You can't get it both ways. You can't say, well, he's a good coach and these are good players. Well, somebody's got a problem. The output ain't what you think it is.
Well, finally, but before we get to Eberflus, he did talk about the secondary. And I wanted to play this one for you.
Probably the one that I think was the most impactful is that we had a high expectation in our secondary. And I thought we would be good at all phases of it. We were new coming in with the linebackers, which can be a part of the secondary. But that secondary, and it's because of various reasons, but the secondary really had issues regarding personnel, time on the field, time at practice. We weren't ambitious. We knew that some of those guys would be getting back, and their limited NFL experience when they did get back from injury. And so I would say that's the area that just as the year before, I'll remind you, and you wouldn't necessarily remember it, but I thought our offensive line the year before, Mike McCarthy, was the letdown that really was glaring for us as to what we were thinking we'd have. I'd say your secondary this year.
Tyler Guyton.
If you thought that the secondary was going to be a strength for you, I'm not sure we even had the same. Like, the only thing that made your secondary serviceable the last couple years was the fact that Micah Parsons existed.
Only gave him a second and a half to throw the ball.
Malik Hooker, Donovan Wilson, Marquise Bell, these are not good quality NFL.
True. Think about where they were just 3 or 4 years ago. It was one of the best defensive backfields in all of football. I mean, it really was when both those were healthy, strong safety play, and it has become now the weakest room in their building.
Well, also, and this, I say this a lot, that it comes and goes. Turnovers. If you create a bunch of turnovers, it can cover up that your defense isn't really that good. And we remember, like, 2 years in a row, the Cowboys led the league in turnovers, turnovers forced.
After being last for a decade.
Because it really is a lot. There is a lot of randomness to it. And if you are a mediocre defense that creates a lot of turnovers, your defense looks pretty good.
Well,
if you're a bad defense and you don't create turnovers at all, I mean, this is what you get.
And we got a couple of ball hawks, but again, the primary change in this formula, while injuries have been a part of this, but they've been dealing with cornerback injuries for 3 years now.
Yeah.
But the anchor that saved this defense, you let leave before the first game of the year. And once you did that, it exposed every other problem. You can no longer hide it. You can no longer disguise the fact that my corners can only cover for about 5 yards, 10 yards. Any more than that, I got to have safety help. And that just ruined you had the worst defense in football last year because of it.
All right, here's Jerry talking about the defensive coordinator, Matt Eberflus.
I expect the structure to give us a better result over in other areas of the team. And everybody always does this, but this year, of course, it's pretty easy to pick on that defense. And but let me say this one more time. It's not all Eberflus at all.
Who?
And he has buy-offs all the way through the coaching staff and the organization as to the things he was doing to try to play defense. So that's a team-wide breakdown for us not to play better defense than we've had. Not an Eberflus breakdown.
Eberflus.
Just him.
Man, that's not a good sign there, Coach.
Yeah, Matt.
Hey, Uberflus.
Matt Eberflus. Everybody knows they've been missing him a lot.
Uberflus. Coach, it's boss. It's Eber.
No, I'm pretty sure I signed a check to Uberflus.
I'm gonna call you Uberflus.
Yeah,
you look like an Uberflus.
You look like an Uberflus.
Uberflus?
Doesn't Uber sound cool too?
Like Uber?
Yeah,
I cannot seriously. Do you believe that? Or is he negotiating in the media? It's because one of the guys he wants is asking for too much money.
I don't know for sure, but I do know that Jerry does. Once he's got a coach under contract, he doesn't like to pay guys to not coach for him.
That is an absolutely true statement. And there is the one part of what Uberflus does defensively that I do find a justification for keeping him. And it is, if you don't have good cover corners, you better have a zone tactician. You know, you better have a dude that knows how to run the zone. And I'll give Eberflus, or Uberflus, depending on what you kind of call him, he has a history of a pretty solid defense if he has the right guys doing it. It's not like he's a terrible DC. He helped the Cowboys when he was here the first time, not as a DC, but as a position player on the defense. And he was odds on maybe to even get that gig, 5, 6, 8 years ago. He's not a terrible defensive coach, but the scheme is going to be so predicated on your lack of cornerback depth. I don't care how much money you throw at this problem. It ain't going to get fixed this year. It's just not. Unless you hit on a phenomenal free agent and you draft the best cornerback to come out in the last 3 years. And I don't see that happening. So you're going to have a defense that's going to win between the 20s, and that's not a recipe for the Cowboys. It never has been.
Here's the last clip of Jerry, his message to the fans about the defense.
We made a big decision 2 years ago when we basically extended Dak and made him the emphasis on our roster going forward. And what we do has been to get that in shape to get us to the playoffs and get us to the big game, Super Bowl. We made steps toward that, believe it or not. We have. And we have enhanced the offensive line. We've enhanced the receiving core, the running core around that. And so I feel very good about where we are there. Now, we've got to get in there and be more solid. We can't just depend totally on turnovers. Now, you can't be void of turnovers, but we've got to have a more solid defense. That's disappointing this year. We will get better on defense. I promise you that.
You can't get worse.
That's true.
I mean, look, I'm not kidding. I don't think we realize how truly awful the Cowboys' defense was. Think of the career days that quarterback after quarterback had against the Cowboys.
Yeah. Now, you could be the Raiders. You could be the Bengals.
Oh, I'm not saying we're down with all the pigs, but we're certainly in the same pin.
You're in there with them. Yeah, you're in there. It's just there. It could be worse. All right, we're halfway there on a hump day. Morning Huddle 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
This is 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star, KTFM Floresville.
Ahead of the field and throws it down with a right hand.
Your home for the NBA.
This report is sponsored by Positive Coaching Alliance.
Got issues with youth or high school sports? Positive Coaching Alliance can help. PCA, a national nonprofit, offers more than 1,000 free online resources for youth and high school sports coaches, parents, students, and administrators. Visit PCADevZone.org.
Want to make 2026 your year of adventure? Book that trip and learn a new language with Babbel. Go ahead, make a resolution you can stick to. Now is the time. Babbel's New Year sale is here. Unlock all of the languages on Babbel with the lifetime subscription for 65% off. Just go to Babbel.com and start today. Babbel teaches you relevant words and phrases, so you can start speaking with confidence in as little as 3 weeks. And because Babbel's bite-sized lessons fit easily into your daily routine and are easy to remember, you'll be talking like a local in time for takeoff. Dive into the world of language learning content with Babbel's videos, podcasts, and stories from around the world, full of culture bites and language learning tips. Turn your daydream into a destination this year with Babbel. But don't wait. This offer ends January 15th. Get Babbel's lifetime access for less at Babbel.com. That's Babbel.com. Babbel.com.
Connecticut water systems are the best of the best. I personally have one in my home. All those other water softener systems out there are junk in comparison.
For a limited time, receive a free reverse osmosis drinking station at your kitchen sink. $400 off with trade-in and 0% interest for 12 months with approved credit. Call Connecticut of San Antonio and the Hill Country. 210-656-PURE.
Check them out at ConnecticutSA.com and tell them Dave Ramsey sent you.
License number 38961.
Flight by Yingling is the next generation of light beer. For those who don't follow trends, but craft them. Flight by Yingling is 12 ounces of uncompromised refreshment from America's oldest brewery. With only 2.6 grams of carbs and 95 calories, this is premium refreshment 6 generations in the making. Don't just raise a glass, raise the bar. Flight by Yingling. Available wherever beer is sold. DG Yingling & Son Incorporated, Pottsville, Pennsylvania. Please enjoy responsibly.
Let's get this new year started with a brand new RV from the South Texas RV Super Sale. Hundreds of RVs of every type from San Antonio area's best dealers. And free parking thanks to our dealers. Go to SouthTexasRVSuperSale.com for details and tickets. January 1st through the 4th at Expo Hall.
The largest gun show in San Antonio is at the Shriner Auditorium this weekend. Texas Gun Shows is open this Friday from 4 to 7 p.m., 10 a.m. to 5 Saturday, and then 10 a.m. to 4 Sunday. Texas Gun Shows is at the Shriner Auditorium on 1604 this Friday through Sunday.
Lowest prices, biggest selection. Lowest prices, biggest selection.
At Mr. W Fireworks, we have always offered the lowest prices on fireworks.
And we always will.
We never charge additional hidden fees, and we always price our fireworks more than 50% less than the other guys. When you shop at Mr. W Fireworks, you can be sure you are getting the lowest prices around.
And the biggest selection. Look for the big W on our sign.
Or visit MrWFireworks.com to find a location near you.
Happy New Year!
Nothing makes a gathering great like Eggland's Best Eggs. They're just so delicious, with better nutrition too. For us, it's eggs any style, as long as they're the best. Eggland's Best. Better taste, better nutrition, better eggs.
Buyers Barricades is proud to provide traffic control, rental, and sales for work zones and events in the San Antonio area and beyond. Buyers Barricades, the Texas authority in barricade rental. Learn more online at buyersbarricades.com. That's buyersbarricades.com.
I know that hiring can be challenging. You need someone to match your role perfectly. Well, now you can meet them fast on ZipRecruiter.
Build your team, build it sooner. Meet your match on ZipRecruiter.
Just head to ZipRecruiter.com/free right now to try it for free. That's ZipRecruiter.com/free.
Meet your match on ZipRecruiter. Try it free.
Actual price will depend on product and subscription plan. Featured products are compounded drug products, which the FDA does not approve or verify for safety, effectiveness, or quality. Prescription products require an online consultation with a healthcare provider who will determine if appropriate. See website for details, restrictions, and important safety information.
Want a boost in and out of the bedroom? Hims has you covered. Introducing a new 2-in-1 approach to level up your game. Tadalafil for better bedroom performance and zinc for testosterone support. Put it all together and you've got what you need to turn things all the way up. Getting started is simple. Just go to hims.com/joy to start your free online visit. Through Hims, you can access ED treatments including pills, chews, and more. 100% online. No office visits, no pharmacy lines. Just fill out a simple intake form and a licensed medical provider will determine if treatment's right for you. If prescribed, it ships free and discreetly to your door. Find affordable treatment options at up to 95% less than brand names at hims.com/joy. That's hims.com/joy, HIMS.com/JOY.
94.1 San Antonio Sports Star traffic from News Talk 550 KTSA.
Good morning. Just a couple of trouble spots, minor incidents on Hackberry at Montana, getting reports of an accident. And then we did have a wreck at 35 southbound, that off-ramp to 410 northeast side of town. That just cleared. That connector ramp reopened. Now, a holiday reminder, if you're going to party this evening, please get home safely. Use a rideshare service or choose a designated driver. Drive sober, no regrets. A reminder from your friends at TxDOT. I'm Debbie Alcacer, KTSA, Time Saver Traffic.
South Texas home of the Dallas Cowboys. 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star. Sunday at noon, the Cowboys wrap up the season in New York, taking on the Giants at MetLife Stadium. Pre-game starts at 11.
I like this kind of party.
Presented by AA Best Bail Bonds, the Davis Law Firm, Hornitos Tequila, Connecticut, and Jim Beam.
How about them Cowboys?
94.1 San Antonio Sports Star. South Texas home of the Dallas Cowboys. San Antonio Sports Center.
In the NBA, the Spurs look to snap their 2-game losing streak tonight as they play the New York Knicks. The tip goes off at 6 o'clock in the Frost Bank Center. In the NFL, big news coming from Cowboy Land. They waived quarterback Trayvon Diggs. He'll become a free agent once he clears waivers. Diggs signed a $97 million contract back in 2023. He's been worth every penny. In college football, it's going to be a busy day. Most of it right here on San Antonio Sports Star. It all starts this morning at 10:30, right after the Morning Huddle. The ReliaQuest Bowl features Vanderbilt and Iowa. It's going to be followed with the Cheez-It Bowl. That's got Texas taking on Michigan. That'll be at 2. And then it closes out with a quarterfinal matchup of the day. The 10th-ranked Miami Hurricanes taking on Ohio State at Jerry World, 6 o'clock. I'm Rob Thompson for 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
Sports Center is brought to you by Buyers Barricades, the Texas authority in barricade rental. BuyersBarricades.com.
From the studios of San Antonio Sports Star, reaching more sports fans than any station in South Texas. Welcome to the Morning Huddle with A.J. Hoffman and Rob Thompson. This is 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
Hey, 802 on the Morning Huddle, 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star. Did you see the article about the worst burgers in San Antonio?
I saw
the worst?
an article that the San Antonio Express food critic gave us the 10 worst plates he'd had all year or something like that.
He did the 5 worst burgers in San Antonio. He did the 10 best burgers earlier in the year, but the 5 worst, and there's some people fired up about it.
Well,
Well, if they're bad, they're bad.
Hey, man, our favorite hamburger joint, everybody's got a part of town, and their part of town burger joint's better than everybody else's.
Oh, of course.
Yeah.
Well, the one that he put as the worst burger, there's a lot of them. A lot of the locations in a lot of neighborhoods. Whataburger.
Oh, I'm down.
You think it's the worst?
Whataburger slipped. I don't know if it's the worst, but they ain't what they were.
No, they're not what they were, but they're not.
Well, they're not In and Out.
Number 2 on the list.
In and Out sucks.
In and Out's awful.
It's just not my kind of burger.
I like Burger Boy.
Yeah, Burger Boy legit.
Burger Boy number 3 on the worst list.
Well, who made the good list?
Like
Madrid's?
Mr. Juicy, yeah, Chris
Well,
Madrid's.
these are apples and oranges.
Oh, I agree.
You know what I mean? These aren't gourmet burgers. These are fast food drive-through,
Like hurry up and
Now,
want a cheeseburger.
chew and spew places.
I haven't been to number 4 and 5, so you guys will have to help me out on these. Number 4 is Griff's.
Oh, that's old school. Yeah,
that is old school. Is that the one by the AT&T Center? Or
Griff's took over what used to be. It was the reason why Burger King couldn't sell the Whopper in San Antonio for a long time, because Whopper
I just remember Griff's
was a hamburger chain in San Antonio, actually called Whopper Burger. They finally went out of business years ago, and Griff's moved in.
Yeah.
There's Griff's, and there's another one that moved into it too, another local joint. Griff's is old school. They do crinkle fries. They're good.
And Murph's.
Murph's,
burgers.
Murph's Better Burger also moved into some of those old Whopper
So those
burgers.
5 are the worst.
That's what he calls the 5 worst.
Those are the mid-sized chains.
Those are the 5 best.
Well, those are chains.
Those are the best.
I don't hold them to the same standard I do Chris Madrid's and Mr. Juicy.
Wait, are these the best rated as when you're sober or drunk?
Well,
that's it. I mean, honestly,
that's a big difference.
Let's admit, part of the appeal of Whataburger is that it's 24 hours.
Absolutely.
And
that's why
you always have a place in my heart if you're open 24 hours, because if you are
after the club, that's
if
where
you're
you
a
go.
drunk or you're a stoner, you need that 24-hour on call. Like, what can we hit up this place?
And quite frankly, you don't have to be that good.
No, honestly,
at 2 a.m. it just needs to be hot.
You could be a taco truck.
Well,
I'll forgive you.
Taco Bell. I don't want to go there for lunch, but at 2:30 in the morning,
I'll take a beef burrito and some tacos.
You know what I'm saying? I'll
I
power
have
through.
steadfastly not had Taco Bell. I had the first time I had Taco Bell in 20 years is when they came out with those Dorito tacos about 10 years ago, and I haven't had any since. I just, on general principle, I live in a Mexican food heaven.
I know.
Why on earth would I slum?
Because at 2 in the morning,
I'll find it. I'll eat some. Honest to God, I will not eat it. I
love Taco Bell once in a while.
I find it incredibly distasteful.
Oh, I
just
don't
can't
like
do
it either,
My
but-
kids eat it. My kids eat it all the time. I just won't. I'll go hungry.
Doesn't your son have like 20,000 points from Taco
yeah,
Bell or something?
my kid is like I think he owns some sort of stock in Taco Bell.
I was going to say.
And if you lived in another city,
his bell bucks for stock.
And I guess I shouldn't consider Taco Bell Mexican food.
No.
And if I
It's not.
put it in its own category, I'd probably give it more respect. But I live in San Antonio. I ain't going to get some weird burrito.
Hey, so what were the best burger places that he said?
I'm sure the obvious ones.
Yeah, I'd have to go find the story.
okay.
He put it out in October, I think.
Mr. Juicy's been pretty consistently up there.
And I went to
Chris
Mr. Juicy. It's a good place.
Yeah.
Yeah, good spot, and not overly priced either. They also serve booze there.
Yeah.
So you can get like a.
Doesn't Longhorn have a good burger?
Longhorn's got a good burger. Yeah.
Yeah.
There's, like I said, no matter what part of town you're in, there's a neighborhood burger joint that you'll go to blows with, like to defend. You know, if you're on the southeast side, southwest side, there's a corner mom and pop that makes a pretty badass hamburger that we've never heard of, and they're all around town. You just got to find them.
I also I like Burger Boy.
Yeah.
Oh man.
Now, I will say that what he said in his article is factual, that often when you go there, it looks like your burger's been, he said it looked like it'd been handled by
yeah, it does.
Like by an airport worker where it's all smashed up and so it does look like that.
But that's what I want.
Like it's not
the allure.
It's not
that is right.
It's not a smash burger per se. It's not made like a smash burger, but it's smashed.
But it's
like
when they're folding the paper up, the last thing is to.
There you go.
There you go.
Hey, speaking of that, Freddy's burgers are the best, dude.
Freddy's are good too.
That's good too. Yeah. Culver's. There's a Culver's over in Medical Center.
See, that's a fair comparison to the other chains. Culver's are big enough. They're small but big, but they're still a chain.
Yeah. But I also think like to say Whataburger's the worst is kind of unfair because, like, dude, when's the last time you ate at Jack in the Box?
I used to like Jack in the Box, but it's been years.
Let's see where we at. 2020.
Just think to the last time you had diarrhea, and it's probably they're probably lining up.
It was actually right before the pandemic.
Yeah,
Right before they sent everybody home was the last time I ate Jack in the Box.
Or like McDonald's. I mean, no offense to McDonald's, but like
I haven't eaten McDonald's in years.
Once my kids turned 12, I
but
haven't been back to McDonald's.
You can't tell me that you have a burger at McDonald's and say, "Oh, that's a better burger than Whataburger." It's just not.
No, but I don't expect it to be.
But then why say that Whataburger's the worst?
That's what made that article.
That's an unfair list.
Yeah, it made me angry because they have a place in their world. They're not claiming to have the greatest gourmet experience.
I will say this in defense of In-N-Out. First of all, In-N-Out's fries are the worst French fries in all of fast food. I don't know how they. I don't even know. Apparently they're real potatoes. I don't know if I believe that.
I watched those guys do that.
I know.
They're smashing those
potatoes.
but
I think they're cutting up ice cubes.
It doesn't
or something.
turn out.
It doesn't taste like anything.
Is it what you started with?
Maybe they're frying it in water. I don't know.
I get the sense there's something up. It's some sort of California avocado oil or
they're
something.
Boiling those potatoes or something. It's just not the same. But I don't think their burgers are awful. I just don't. I'm not like I'm not on the hype beast train of like thinking, oh, they're great.
Want a triple animal with a yada yada and a smack on it, please?
I will say this.
I don't even know what that means.
I will say this for them. On Christmas Eve, when we got home from Seattle and we got back into town, and it was pretty late.
That In-N-Out on your way back to your house?
That In-N-Out up on 281 was one of the only places open.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm telling you,
best burger.
Their line was I didn't stop, but their line was about 45 cars deep. And I was like, I give them credit for at least being open. Now they weren't open on Christmas Day, but like they
that was the last of it then.
They knew their role. Like, hey man, if everybody else is closed, we're gonna be open. We're gonna be here for you. I'll appreciate you for that. But yeah, that's
kind of an any port in the storm kind of thing, though.
Hell yeah, dude. If you're open on, you know where I got so because we got in so late, my wife usually makes cinnamon rolls for breakfast on Christmas Day. It's like one of the traditions that we've got, and my kids love it. And I love cinnamon rolls too. Who am I kidding? Yeah. Who doesn't love cinnamon rolls?
I can't have them.
Oh yeah, sucks for you.
I'll eat two for you.
Yeah, I'll eat one in your honor. Okay. But this year we didn't have the stuff to make them. And we got home so late that we like, oh, well, what are we going to do for breakfast on Christmas Day? So I went out on an exploratory mission, and what I found open was Dunkin' Donuts.
Time to make the donuts.
And I do not like Dunkin' Donuts. Like I'm a donut connoisseur, and Dunkin' is very, very low on my list. But you're open on Christmas Day. I got to give you some love. I got to give you some love. So you're right. Any port in the storm,
I'm in.
You go with. All right. Enough about the donuts. Enough about the burgers.
Before we get off the food subject, do you have a traditional New Year's Day?
I don't.
Do you do the black-eyed peas or the grapes or the celery or? There's like 80 different things you're supposed to eat.
Collard greens. I've never done that.
We do black-eyed peas. I've done greens in the past, but I don't have any now.
I do whiskey.
Oh, that's a good thing.
Yeah, I open up some good whiskey.
I won't. I'm not going to have any alcohol until next year.
Right.
Yeah, I was going to say you don't need any.
There won't be any alcohol ringing in this one.
I wish I could say that, but that'd be a lie.
Well, that's 12:01. I might be able to hold out.
Yeah, but what are you going to do? I mean, you're going to drink it. You're going to be sleeping at 12:01
p.m. I can tell you, we're looking at Christmas gifts, and Vic got a lovely bottle of vodka from Jack Riccardi, a nice man with a nice gift. And ordinarily, I'd look at that vodka and go, I'm probably going to have some of that tonight. I didn't think that at all when I saw it. That didn't even cross my mind.
You're going to have a sober New Year, huh?
Sober is a big big word.
No.
I might not be drunk.
No, I was going to say probably around 7 or 8. It'll shake off.
Yeah, the hair of the dog is going to hit. It will. But right now, man, I just did the wrong thing on the eve of the eve.
Now, Vic, here's the question for you, because you do drink a little bit on New Year's.
The only day of the year.
So
other than birthday.
What time will you start to what time will you have your first drink?
Like sunset?
No, right around I'll eat about 5 or 6, maybe about 8 or 9.
Oh, okay. And how many drinks can you have?
About 3 or 4.
Okay, and these are vodka drinks. What are you mixing with?
Nothing, just vodka on the rocks.
Okay,
The
no
juice,
no
water even?
No. No, I'll drink water. I'll drink.
That's why
But you
you're
don't
such
mix
a
vodka water.
connoisseur,
No.
because
I'll
you're drinking
drink
it rocks.
I'll
yeah.
drink a shot, and then I'll drink 2 drinks, just vodka on the rocks, and I'll drink a bottled water, and then I'll drink another drink, a bottled water, and another drink, and then that's it.
So you can you have like because I'll do like sometimes I'll do vodka soda.
Yeah, well, if I do, it's got to be Sprite Zero or cranberry juice, which
But
is
you all
only
just
one.
do soda or
like
or,
soda water,
or
like
Topo
that.
Chico or anything.
Yeah, Topo Chico.
Oh no! I don't do any of that. I just try to keep it
And
just
no
vodka
tequila.
nice.
You stick with the vodka.
Just stick with vodka. Yeah, tequila gives me a headache. Vodka doesn't. The day after, and I wake up fine.
I mean,
that's my deal because I got a lot of stuff to do the next day, and the last thing I want to do is be dragging everywhere. I already went through that. I tested myself like I'll never drink Jack Daniels ever again in my life because I had the worst.
That's not the
hangover.
worst thing you can say.
Yeah.
Oh, it's awful. I can't do that.
I used to have a shirt that was like, man, it sucks being so terribly hungover the next day after drinking, but unfortunately, there's nothing I can do about that.
I'm just gonna have to deal with it.
And I can't do that, and I can't feel better like at 7:30, 8 at night. They're like, okay, now I'm starting to shake it off. It's like now I got to go back.
Well,
to
this
bed.
what
whole
I'm dealing
day
with
was-
today is going to require a bit of hair of the dog. I'm going to have to light this fire again. The embers are still hot. It's kind of like the second time you shampoo and that shampoo foams up fast.
So you and Vic ought to do a shot of that vodka to just get the party started.
If I get it
just
started,
get it over with now.
Might as well.
Well, I mean, by the way, shout out to Daniel Rodriguez.
Yes, sir, man. You have no idea.
Looks like he brought in some tacos for the
Yeah,
gang
thanks,
here.
Daniel.
We appreciate you. We haven't cracked into him yet.
Here. Ooh, I appreciate that.
What are we? Oh, an unboxing.
Looks like carne guisada.
What?
Someone's a listener.
Is it from Benny's?
Que bueno, que bueno.
We will grade this appropriately.
We appreciate that. All right, let's take a break. When we come back, let's talk the college football matchup tonight. Ohio State, Miami,
Doing this right.
playing for a spot in the semis. It's the Morning Huddle, 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
South Texas home of the Dallas Cowboys. 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star. Sunday at noon, the Cowboys wrap up the season in New York. Taking on the Giants at MetLife Stadium. Pre-game starts at 11.
I like this kind of party.
Presented by AA Best Bail Bonds, the Davis Law Firm, Hornitos Tequila, Connecticut, and Jim Beam.
How about them Cowboys?
94.1 San Antonio Sports Star. South Texas home of the Dallas Cowboys.
The following is a dramatization.
Davis Law Firm, how can I help?
That guy pulled out in front of me out of nowhere. The police are on their way, but I'm really shaken up.
Don't worry. We're going to get you taken care of. You made the right call.
I'm Jeff Davis. If you've been hurt in a car, truck, or 18-wheeler wreck, call Davis Law Firm at 444-4444. We're ready to help day or night, and there's no fee unless we win.
Davis Law Firm, San Antonio.
Light up your outdoor party with Mr. W Fireworks.
We always have the lowest prices around. That's right.
Our prices are always more than 50% lower than the other guys.
And we never charge any hidden fees. Look for the big W on our sign and find us online at MrWFireworks.com.
When you shop at Mr. W, you can be sure you are getting the lowest prices on fireworks around.
And the biggest selection. Don't overpay for your fireworks ever again.
From our family to yours.
Happy New Year!
By texting 24700, you agree to receive recurring automated marketing messages from J.Crew Factory. Message and data rates may apply. No purchase required. Terms apply. Available at jcrew.com.
Need last-minute gifts? J.Crew Factory has got you covered. Enjoy up to 60% off store-wide and shop cozy matching pajamas, toasty sweaters, amazing outerwear, festive accessories, and so much more. Get in the spirit at J.Crew Factory, where you'll score our exclusive collection of classic styles for the whole family at prices that can't be beat. And today, save even more. Just text GIFTING to 24700 to receive an extra $25 off your purchase of $75 or more at your nearest J.Crew Factory store. Visit jcrewfactory.com to find your nearest San Antonio area store today. But first, get an extra $25 off your purchase of $75 or more when you text GIFTING to 24700. Text GIFTING to 24700 to get your $25 off coupon. That's GIFTING to 24700. See a store associate for details.
I know that hiring can be challenging. You sort through tons of resumes and you get too many so-so applicants. You're just waiting for someone to match your role perfectly. Well, now, there's a place where you can meet them fast. ZipRecruiter.
Need to hire right away. Start your search for strong candidates. The right fit awaits. Build your team. Build it sooner. Meet your match on ZipRecruiter.
Just head to ZipRecruiter.com/free right now to try it for free. And you're on your way to meeting your match. 4 out of 5 employers who post on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. So try it now. Go to ZipRecruiter.com/free. Once again, that's ZipRecruiter.com/free.
Meet your match on ZipRecruiter. Try it free.
Actual price will depend on product and subscription plan. Featured products are compounded drug products, which the FDA does not approve or verify for safety, effectiveness, or quality. Prescription products require an online consultation with a healthcare provider who will determine if appropriate. See website for details, restrictions, and important safety information.
Want a boost in and out of the bedroom? Hims has you covered. Introducing a new 2-in-1 approach to level up your game. Tadalafil for better bedroom performance and zinc for testosterone support. Put it all together and you've got what you need to turn things all the way up. Getting started is simple. Just go to hims.com/joy to start your free online visit. Through Hims, you can access ED treatments including pills, chews, and more. 100% online. No office visits, no pharmacy lines. Just fill out a simple intake form and a licensed medical provider will determine if treatment's right for you. If prescribed, it ships free and discreetly to your door. Find affordable treatment options at up to 95% less than brand names at hims.com/joy. That's hims.com/joy, hims.com/joy.
Oh, how's that flu, babe? Did you take Dayquil Intense Flu yet?
Nah, I got this. Ugh, okay, I don't got this.
You stay on the couch, and I'll grab the Dayquil.
Undo your flu symptoms with Dayquil Intense Flu. Dayquil Intense Flu provides powerful relief of your flu symptoms.
I'm ready for that to-do list.
Wow, you do got this.
Dayquil Intense Flu. The daytime coughing, aching, fever, under your flu, medicine. Use as directed, keep out of reach of children.
If you love to travel, Capital One has a rewards credit card that's perfect for you. With the Capital One Venture X card, you earn unlimited double miles on everything you buy. Plus, you get premium benefits at a collection of luxury hotels when you book on Capital One Travel. And with Venture X, you get access to over 1,000 airport lounges worldwide. Open up a world of travel possibilities with the Capital One Venture X card. What's in your wallet?
Terms apply. Lounge access is subject to change. See CapitalOne.com for details.
You're listening to the Morning Huddle with AJ Hoffman and Rob Thompson.
There's so much drama in the LBC.
Just need a little gin, baby.
It's kind of hard being Snoop, D-O-double-G.
He's got his own bowl game. Keep it to yourself, Snoop.
May I? All right, Morning Huddle 94.1. Party's still jumping because my mama ain't home.
Is rapping counting as singing?
Well, I wasn't rapping. I was just
He was just talking.
No, I'm just trying to get anybody in trouble. Yeah. I would just want to define exactly where you can be.
I think the suits would say that, yeah, that counts. Okay. Yeah. Any sort of
melody.
They don't want me making music. So I'm gonna try and do William Shatner stuff for a while.
Yeah, just dramatic readings.
Yeah.
I'll do interpretive dance.
With so much drama in the LBC.
See?
It's kind of hard being Snoop, D-O-double-G.
It's just
but
not working.
Somehow, some way,
I see.
Keep coming up with funky ass hits.
Don't pick up that line. I don't know who's calling.
Like every single day.
Is that a call from Illinois?
Oh no.
Is that a call from some?
Don't pick up. We're not home.
Some bedroom community outside of New York.
We're on network.
I don't know where that. I don't know where those tacos were from, but the salsa that came with those tacos is the truth. I'm a big fan of that salsa.
It was outstanding. Thank you.
Yep. Thank you, D-Rod. Appreciate it, man. All right, we've got college football playoffs tonight. It is time. It's time, baby.
Is it bad for me to wish ill on a team?
No.
Is it bad for me to wish that Miami regrets the day they decided to play football this year?
I mean, no, but it's petty.
I'm petty. I'm not.
A lot of people.
I'm not above that.
A lot of people, like once they get knocked out, they're like, "I want the team. I'd like to lose to the champion."
Yeah, to prove that we're really that good. No, I wish nothing but bad things to happen to the Miami Hurricanes. Nothing to permanent, but something short and intensely painful. I wouldn't be upset with.
Yeah, this is. I will say I'm maybe coming around to Miami keeping this thing close, mostly because the more I've dug into this game, I don't think there's going to be a lot of points scored here. These are two elite defenses, and I would not be shocked if this looks very similar to the A&M Miami game.
Oh, if it does, then Ohio State ain't at all what I think they are. Seriously. I mean, we're talking about they don't USC had probably the best wide receiver tandem in all of college football, but Ohio State's a close second, man. And there's just so many weapons on that offense. They can run the ball. They can throw it deep. They got 2 tight ends that are going to be playing on Sunday and a quarterback that's going to be a number 1 overall pick in 3 years. Their defense is going to have to be far better than it was against A&M. It's just going to have to be.
The thing that when you go back and watch the Indiana-Ohio State game, the problem Ohio State had was dealing with a pass rush. Mm-hmm. And Miami's got that.
They got the edge.
Miami has the best pass rush in college football, bar none. And that's saying a lot. That is going to be a problem, I think, for Ohio State, who, especially on the right side of their offensive line, is pretty bad,
and
quite
I'll
frankly.
give you that. I think that the defense might be able to get to him. But don't take away what you saw happen to A&M and say that Miami defense is stellar.
No.
You know what I mean? Go look at what A&M was trying to do and how badly they did it. They didn't have to do a whole lot to hold the Aggies to 3 points. You know what I mean? It was not that difficult. So I'm not going to translate what they did to A&M and say, well, they're going to do that against Ohio State. I just don't see how they can do it. Now, they might pull something out and have some kind of scheme. And then there's the thing that we saw last year. Every team that got the bye lost.
Yeah.
So there is the rest versus rust kind of a balance that is, to me, probably the most important variable because they're the first one out of the gate. They've been here before, obviously, but you've been sitting around for a month. It's been a long 3 weeks anyway. You've been sitting around for a long time getting ready.
The most points Miami gave up in a game all year was 26. That was to SMU. Typically, they're giving up, 7-7, 10-7, 3. This has been a pretty solid defense all year long. I agree. What they did to A&M was not indicative of how, they're not as dominant as that
locked down, kill you.
And they're not going to – Julian Sayin is not going to turn into what Marcel Reed did. That's not going to happen.
So if it's a low-scoring game, do you see if Ohio State gets up by 14, let's say, do you have any fear that the Miami offense can catch up and pass?
No.
See, I don't either.
Yeah, Carson Beck is not going to have success in this game. None. I think almost zero, because he's not mobile. I don't see where their offensive success comes from. So I like I say, when you talk about a double-digit spread, the total in this game is 40.5. I like the under.
Yeah, I tend to go under.
But
on these big ones.
when I like the under, it's hard for me to say Ohio State's going to win by 10 points. You know what I mean?
Yeah. That gambling paradox I see, but I just feel like they're 10 points better.
Ohio State's certainly a lot better than this team. They should handle business. It shouldn't be a close competitive game, but winning by a touchdown sometimes when the other team does absolutely nothing can feel like they really kicked their ass.
So if we're game planning and go, Miami will win because, or if Miami will win if they do X, that would be
jump out to an early lead,
get a lead, get a chunk play, and just keep them on their heels. I think would be, and that's a tough way to go about it. But while Beck ain't going to run away from you, he can throw over the top. I mean, he does have an accurate deep ball, so they can swing for the fences. I'm looking at this game. after what happened to A&M, and I just don't want to give Miami too much credit because A&M, was able to run the ball against a lot of football teams and pass the ball against some others. But it was an amalgam of just terrible play by the offense that really kind of helped this defense look better than I think they really are.
The other thing, you have to be concerned about Miami. The final score in the A&M game, 10-3, but they missed 3 field goals.
That's the other part of this. You can't give up points ever.
If you're playing Ohio State and you're missing field goal, like first of all, if you're settling for a lot of field goals, you're in trouble. But Ohio State's the best defense in the country probably. So you're going to have to kick the ball at some point. If you're missing field goals, you're dead. And it didn't cost them against A&M. It very easily could have,
because A&M missed their own share.
Yeah, well, I think A&M missed 1, but going into a game with, how much confidence do you even have to run your kicker out there after he missed 3 field goals the last game? That's tough.
Yes.
And we're not talking like he was taking 50-yard shots. These were very, very makeable kicks that he was missing. It was windy. Don't get me wrong. It was a blustery day, but you gotta make some kicks, bro. You gotta make some kicks. I worry about that for Miami. I do think offensively they're just going to have a hard time scoring. We saw Mark Fletcher have a lot of success late against A&M.
Heck of a back. He's solid. I'm not going to take anything away from him, but it took all game to get a little bit of room.
It did. And he broke off that 60-yarder or whatever it was in the fourth quarter, and it was like, okay, it felt like finally he got the release that he'd been looking for. But as good as A&M's defense is, it's nowhere near Ohio State.
Yeah, there's 10 NFL players on that defense at some point.
And Carson Beck had 100 yards against A&M. And again, this A&M defense, while it's not bad, it is not Ohio State's. That is a different level of defense, and Carson Beck is going to be in for a long-ass day.
That's the way I feel, and I don't even see a puncher's chance. I don't think they can land enough solid blows to really put Ohio State on their heels.
I think their only hope is that the defense really clamps down on Ohio State.
And hope for a couple of turnovers that fall into your lap.
And if you look back at when Ohio State's been in even close games, I mean the Indiana game 13-10. You need to. That's the way to beat them. Even going back to the Texas game, week 1, they won that game 14-7. But those are really the only 2 games that they've been in all season long that were competitive games that were even close. You have to hold them to under 14 points. If Miami can hold them to 14 points,
more power to you.
They've got a chance.
Yeah, you did it.
If Ohio State scores 28 points, it's over. This Ohio State team, you're not going to score. This Miami team specifically is not going to score much on them. The most points Ohio State gave up all season long was 16. 16.
Crazy. And the turnover battle, while I think Ohio State could survive a turnover or 2, Miami can't.
No.
You give up a one scoring drive that they were supposed to get. I just don't see how you come back from it.
Yeah, I still lean to Ohio State covering 9.5.
I feel like it's almost prohibitive. I just can't see how Miami stays close.
But that total to me, 40.5 is the best bet on the board. I just told you Miami's the most points they've given up is 24. The most points that Ohio State gave up is 16. That adds up to 40. So if both these teams have their worst defensive performances,
yeah,
you get to 40.
I'm aiming. I'll hang with 40, but I see 30-10. You know what I mean? I see something more akin to that. That time of possession is just overwhelming. They just have the ball and they stroll down at leisure and get a touchdown a quarter, get a field goal somewhere in there, and Miami's on their heels. I just don't see how it stays close.
I think it's 24-10. That's my projection. I think I would not be shocked at all if it was 0-0 after the first quarter. I think both these.
If it is, that's good.
One thing I will say though that could change all of this is this Ryan Day taking over play calling.
Yeah, this is a strange thing. I know he's losing his coach, but man.
What I do know is Ryan Day and Brian Hartline, one of the places where they had kind of like fundamental disagreements was tempo. Ryan Day likes to go faster. Brian Hartline liked to grind the clock down to nothing, run a play, grind the clock down to nothing, and just be super efficient.
Mm-hmm.
And that's what they did last year in the playoffs. Like you saw them put up all those points. It's not like they were going fast. They just every play they were getting 15 yards. I mean,
they're playing a pro offense. They're putting you in motion. They're doing all the appropriate things to get them where they need to be.
So if Ryan Day decides we're going to go fast, that could change things. I don't know that it makes much sense.
I always felt like when coaches took over the play calling, things got a lot more conservative.
Well,
I don't know. I don't hold that today. I don't know if that's the case, but I always felt like to me they took the play calling over because kind of like let's go back to what I know. A&M Elko run the damn ball. I mean, they get into a different kind of mindset, and I don't know if that's the best thing for this Ohio State offense.
I think the best thing for both these offenses is to run the ball.
Well, no, I'm saying don't be conservative. You've got two great wide receivers. Use them.
Well, but you also are facing the best pass rush you've seen all year.
Yeah, I'm not saying don't play action him down, but if you're not throwing to Jeremiah Smith 5 times outside of 10 yards, you're not doing it right.
Yeah.
I mean, you gotta let that pony run.
Certainly an interesting matchup. A lot of intrigue in this one. I also think Ohio State could be, and if they're smart, if they get out to a lead, they'll hold some stuff back. Because next week they play Georgia, and my guess is that's about a pick'em game. Like I don't think Ohio State's going to be favored over Georgia. Like they're going to need every trick in the bag.
You think Georgia will come in a favorite?
I think they'll probably be about a pick'em.
Wow.
Yeah.
That'll really depend on what they do to Ole Miss, but
yeah, I think
interesting. I just would have felt the numbers, and me personally, I just feel like Ohio State's just, until proven otherwise, I mean, they're pretty deep and pretty strong.
Yeah. I mean, last time we saw them, they lost.
Yeah, they did. And a hell of a football game. I mean, it took 4 quarters and 3 more points and a miracle throw to do it. But, yeah, they lost.
Yeah.
And it proved the fallibility, or it proved they know what to go fix now, one or the other.
I think Georgia and Indiana are the only teams who are going to be in the discussion for, like, being in within a field goal of them.
Mm-hmm.
Like I'm guessing if Ohio State played Oregon, it's Ohio State 6.
Oh, easy, yeah.
If they play Texas Tech, it's a touchdown. So it's if they played Alabama, it might be more than a touchdown. So it's all relative, but I do think Georgia and Indiana are. They would be lying. Ohio State would not be a dog to any of those teams.
No, well, not a deep dog anyway.
But I don't think they'll be highly favored over either of them either. But either way, that's our first playoff matchup tonight. We'll get that underway.
So much fun, man. This is so interesting. I'm so excited about this. It's going to be a heck of a 2-week run.
We'll when we come back, we'll talk about the other 3 games a little bit since we won't be here tomorrow to talk about them. It is the Morning Huddle 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
94.1 San Antonio Sports Star traffic from News Talk 550 KTSA.
Good morning. Looks like we do have a stall on I-10 westbound at UTSA Boulevard, right lane blocked. 35 southbound, that off-ramp to 410. That wreck just cleared. Connector ramp has reopened. And if you're going to be out and about this evening, please make a plan to get home safely. Use a rideshare service or choose a designated driver. Drive sober, no regrets. That's a reminder from our friends at TxDOT. I'm Debbie Alcacer, KTSA. Time Saver Traffic.
This report is sponsored by Capital One. Capital One wants you to keep more money in your wallet with no fees or minimums on checking accounts. Terms apply. See CapitalOne.com/bank for details. Again, that's CapitalOne.com/bank for details. Capital One, NA member FDIC.
Guys, football season, we're running out of time. We got to get down on these football games, and the best place to do it is at Underdog. Plus, with Underdog Unwrapped, you're going to unwrap tons of promos all throughout the holidays. We've got boosts, gimme picks, deal reveals, and even some surprises sprinkled in. Now is the best time to get in the game. You can make your picks and win money right now here in Texas. And playing Underdog's so easy. You pick your favorite players, or they can go higher or lower on their stats. It's as simple as that. For me, I'm on Josh Allen rushing yards. I like higher. It's that time of year, a little cold. we got to take over the game. Who do you trust more than Josh? Guys, it's simple to play. Download the app, use promo code Alamo. $75 in bonus entries when you play your first $5 with promo code Alamo. Underdog. Make picks, win money. Must be 18 plus and present in Texas. Terms apply. See assets.underdogfantasy.com/web/play-and-get-terms_DFS_.html for details. Concerned with your play? Call 1-800-GAMBLER or visit www.ncpgambling.org.
America's best high school football players are coming to San Antonio. It's the Navy All-American Bowl at the Alamo Dome on Saturday, January 10th. Jeremiah Smith, Puka Nakua, and Micah Parsons played here. Join us for a day of exciting football to see the stars of tomorrow at the Navy All-American Bowl, followed by the San Antonio Sports All-Star Football Game presented by Valero. Fan Zone opens at 9:30 a.m. Tickets available at the Dome box office and Ticketmaster.
Buyers Barricades is proud to provide traffic control, rental, and sales for work zones and events in the San Antonio area and beyond. Buyers Barricades, the Texas authority in barricade rental. Learn more online at buyersbarricades.com. That's buyersbarricades.com.
Actual price will depend on product and subscription plan. Featured products are compounded drug products, which the FDA does not approve or verify for safety, effectiveness, or quality. Prescription products require an online consultation with a healthcare provider who will determine if appropriate. See website for details, restrictions, and important safety information.
Want a boost in and out of the bedroom? Hims has you covered. Introducing a new 2-in-1 approach to level up your game. Tadalafil for better bedroom performance and zinc for testosterone support. Put it all together and you've got what you need to turn things all the way up. Getting started is simple. Just go to hims.com/joy to start your free online visit. Through Hims, you can access ED treatments including pills, chews, and more. 100% online. No office visits, no pharmacy lines. Just fill out a simple intake form and a licensed medical provider will determine if treatment's right for you. If prescribed, it ships free and discreetly to your door. Find affordable treatment options at up to 95% less than brand names at hims.com/joy. That's hims.com/joy, hims.com/joy.
Let's get this new year started with a brand new RV from the South Texas RV Super Sale. Hundreds of RVs of every type from San Antonio area's best dealers. And free parking thanks to our dealers. Go to SouthTexasRVSupersale.com for details and tickets. January 1st through the 4th at Expo Hall.
Oh, could this vintage store be any cuter?
Right? And the best part? They accept Discover.
Accept Discover? In a little place like this? I don't think so, Jennifer.
Oh, yeah, huh? Discover's accepted where I like to shop. Come on, baby, get with the times.
Right, so we shouldn't get the parachute pants?
These are making a comeback. I think.
Discover is accepted at 99% of places that take credit cards nationwide. Based on the February 2025 Nielsen report.
Running a business means wearing multiple hats. So if you're like me, you probably started out using your personal phone, taking client calls and texts nonstop. As my business grew, I needed something smarter. That's when I switched to Quo, the #1 business phone system. Quo works right on your phone or computer. No carrying 2 phones, no clunky landline, just one easy app you can try for free. Your team can share one number and handle calls and texts together like a shared inbox. Any teammate can jump into the conversation so customers get faster responses. And Quo's AI assistant summarizes your calls and responds to customers 24/7, so you never miss a lead or opportunity. All this starts at just $15 a month. That's basically 2 coffees. You can even keep your current business phone number. Find out why 90,000 businesses trust Quo. No missed calls, no missed customers. Try Quo for free at quo.com/sports. That's quo.com/sports to try Quo free. QUO.com/SPORTS.
The Gomez Law Firm is proud to be San Antonio's trusted personal injury law firm for the past 50 years. We have Jose with the Gomez Law Firm here with us. Your firm has been fighting for the people of San Antonio since 1973. That's incredible.
There are not a lot of businesses that stick around for even 50 years, let alone personal injury law firms.
If you have been injured in an accident or hit by a company vehicle, then turn to the law firm that will fight for you. Visit joegomezlaw.com.
And remember, Gomez Law fights.
It's The Blitz with Jason and Joe. Afternoons at 2.
Hope everybody has a great and safe, happy New Year's celebration. The Blitz will be back on a Friday afternoon with all the reaction from the college football playoffs, the latest on the Spurs, and we'll get you ready for the final weekend of the NFL regular season. The Blitz Friday after the Texas State Rice Armed Forces Bowl. Who knows what time, but we'll be here.
The Blitz with Jason and Joe. Afternoons at 2 on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star. It's the Morning Huddle with A.J. Hoffman and Rob Thompson on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
All right, it's bowl season.
Seen a Pop-Tart eaten.
And we've seen that. A living Pop-Tart have his guts scooped out.
Yeah.
Pop-Tart. Disemboweled on national TV. It wasn't pleasant.
No.
It was a chocolate one, I think.
I thought it was the cinnamon roll one.
It was a cinnamon. Maybe that was, I know it was. I know the blood was dark.
Yeah. Dark goo.
The entrails.
On New Year's Day, that's tomorrow, 11 a.m. if you're up that early, Oregon and Texas Tech will kick off at the Hard Rock Stadium in Miami Gardens, Florida. Oregon is a 2.5-point favorite there. Total 51.5.
That's more like it.
I think that this is going to be a really, really grimy, ugly game. Like I think both these defenses show up here.
Really?
Yeah, I do.
I think one of those offenses is going to show up. I don't know which one. I think this kind of has the potential to be I'm not saying Tech can't score with Oregon, but I think I'd look at more offense in this game than defense.
Really?
And I know that Tech makes their bones on defense. I know what they did. I've watched them do it. But I think this I've watched McGuire over the last couple of weeks. I think they're going to come out and try to score some points and check the backside of this Oregon defense.
I just feel like when Oregon's stepped up in competition, we've seen them play tighter games.
Well, I think some of that is true. But I do also think they're looking at Tech and going, look at what the Big 12 is. Let's go beat them at their game.
Yeah, maybe so. But I also think there is something to we'll see how Tech looks against better athletes.
Mm-hmm.
This is going to be a huge step up in competition for Texas Tech. The best teams they've played this year are Utah and BYU. And Utah and BYU, let's face it, aren't that good.
But they don't know what it's like to play bad this year. You know what I mean? They played good every game.
The only loss they had, the Arizona State loss, they were on a backup quarterback.
They're on a backup quarterback, and they still scored a bunch of points. I mean, they don't really know what it looks like to play bad, which is a good thing to see. They got a lot of confidence, and for them, that's what they need more than anything else is just to believe we can do it, and then go out and do it. Because quite frankly, they didn't expect to be here. They'll tell you they did, but they didn't.
Yeah.
You know, they thought that in their wildest dreams they might get here, and they're better than their wildest dreams. I mean, this is a football team that even McGuire, when he looked at that in August, thought, well, we might be okay. No, this is a well-formed, well-put-together football team. They complement each other.
I've had my doubts about Oregon at different points this year. I've talked a lot about that game at Penn State that they won 30-24 as it's a win that did not age well at all because
you're right.
That was the beginning. Like
at the time,
it felt like what a huge win on the road, and then at the end of the year, it's like, why'd they let Penn State play them within a touchdown?
Well,
why were they all out to beat that team?
I do believe that they did take their soul. I do believe that the talent at Penn State, while it was still there was no heart left. They, it was the if not now when. They knew their coach was already kind of on the edge. And it was a great win in that they took an odds-on national champion and sent him to the trash. But their best win in my mind wasn't the Penn State one. It was on the road at Iowa.
Another game that they barely won.
You're right.
A 2-point win.
It was in terrible weather. And it was, I think, Oregon's homecoming. It was certainly one of the TVs was there. They were having game day there. I think it was the Fox side that was doing it. But they went into hostile territory and played a physical football game and won. And I don't think we could have said that about Oregon for a lot of years.
The week before that, they won against Wisconsin at home by 14 points, 21-7. And it was like they just couldn't. Dante Moore had less than 100 yards passing. It was just a weird game there. But the game that and the reason why I'm kind of not as down on Oregon as I was before is the game that impressed me the most was going to Washington and thumping them
and running past them,
because that was I was like, okay, go prove it on the road, because so far on the road I saw you almost lose to a crummy Penn State team, and I saw you almost lose to Iowa. Go prove something. And
you look at it as almost lose. I look at it as valiant, hard-fought wins that I go home proud of. And and I see why you say that.
Well, what bowl game is Penn State playing in?
You're right. But I go, you know what? Penn State would have been here, but for me. But I took their soul. I beat them so dishearteningly that they fired the coach and half the team hit the portal because of what I did.
Well, you only beat them by a 6.
In overtime against the number 1 team in the country at the time. Now, hindsight is certainly 20/20, but we didn't know they weren't that till we beat them.
Yeah, I don't know. I just don't. I try to always go back and look at, and what they were at the time is one thing, but that's almost like Alabama losing to Florida State in week 1. In week 1, it was like, wow, what a big win for, or what a tough loss for Alabama. But it turns out it's like, oh, why did Alabama lose to Florida State?
That hung around all year long. But some of that was the backdrop was the Kalen DeBoer already was in trouble. And I think if there had been another coach, it wouldn't have been as thought of as serious as it was at the time. It turned out not to bother him, not to hurt him. It actually, worked out okay for him. Of all the teams that have a potential to put together a full 60-minute football game of speed, power, and offensive precision, I think it's Oregon. I think they've got a defense that flies to the ball. I think they've got an unheralded and excellent ball thrower in their quarterback, Fowler. I think they've got all the pieces. I just don't think they have enough on the bench, enough size, all those other things that when you're going against schools like Bama, Georgia, and Ohio State, and now Indiana, that you need to have the size, and I'm not sure they've got that, but I think they got everything else.
Yeah, I'm still not totally sold on Oregon, and I thought coming into this year, all year long, if you were able to run on Oregon, you're going to beat them. But I don't know if Texas Tech's going to do that.
I don't think they're going to run.
We'll see. Alabama, Indiana. I think this is the game. One of these next two are the games that I'm most comfortable with. I don't think Indiana has much of a problem with Alabama. And the more I thought about this,
you give them no credit for the second half in OU. You give them no credit for the comeback. Taking a team that had a 17-point lead and they punched them in the throat on the road.
Sure, but I also want to know, why were you in that position?
Well, yeah.
Why were you in position that you almost lost to South Carolina, which Alabama did? They should have lost to South Carolina. Why were you in position that you almost lost to Missouri? You should have lost to Missouri. Why were you in position that you almost lost to Oklahoma? Like, these are things that I'm like.
Well, I think the almost lost and a good win are a matter of opinion. I think that
South Carolina stinks.
No, they're embarrassed. They should be embarrassed to that. But I know that Missouri football team was ready for Bama. They had practiced for them. They were still relatively healthy at the time. That was a different Missouri team than even A&M played. So they played a different version of a very, game, if not great, football team, and they beat them on the road.
They were down 8 points to South Carolina with 2.5 minutes to go in the game.
That's one of those you go, you guys weren't ready, and I won't try to defend that. I'm not going to – you can't make it out of, a silk purse out of that ear. But I do know that they won hard-fought football games that, quite frankly, probably shouldn't have been as close as they were. But they did win, and there's some merit to that. The only problem is Indiana is just as big and just as fast. And the teams that we're talking about weren't.
And the team, the most – I guess the most – apples-to-apples game that I can put out there for what Alabama's going to see is Georgia.
Absolutely.
In the SEC championship game. And, Georgia, that was about as one-sided of a game as you could have asked for. Georgia's a better team. It was never in doubt.
No, I don't put Alabama in that same. But there's something to me about Alabama and Georgia, and Ohio State's getting there and probably already deserves it, is there's this genetic predisposition to doing the right thing at the right time because you've been modeled by guys before you. It's been stressed. Now, DeBoer, we've seen a little bit of alteration in that. But when it comes down to it, I trust those three teams more than I trust any of the others.
Here's a reason why I think we're seeing this number being Indiana minus 7 points. Because I want to ask you this. If Alabama were 13-0 and Indiana were 11-3, What do you think the point spread would be here?
Oh, 8, 9, 10.
I think it'd be double digits.
Yeah, I mean, it'd be a big one.
So this point spread was 6.5 earlier in the week. The last time that the number one team in the country was facing a team number 9 or lower, Alabama's number 9, and was favored by 6.5 or less was 1952. Like it just doesn't happen. Like this is it's an insulting number to put on the number one team in the country.
There's still you're Indiana, and no matter how until they actually put a ring on, there's still going to be but you're Indiana.
I think sometimes you got to get past the laundry.
Now, how much are you worried at all that Cignetti overcoaches the game?
No.
The Google me, I'm going to run it up on you, and I'm going to keep throwing deep, or whatever that mentality is.
I trust it. I want a guy. Like I think you want to be the confident guy going into this game.
I'm not saying, but I do know that when you're playing teams like this, one turnover is the tipping point. You just don't get second chances, and if you're a guy like Cignetti who's going to try to put it on you, I'm going to try to show you how much better I am than you. Those are the kind of things that the daring teams make the mistake that they can't come back from.
But I mean, remember how they played against Ohio State? They were pretty cautious and did enough.
Oh, it was brilliant. I mean, it was perfect. But can you expect a miracle finish like that every time out? I mean, the little things do add up.
Well, also, Alabama ain't holding Indiana's offense to what Ohio State did.
I really like Indiana. It's just so hard for me to be 100% in because, again, you're just Indiana. I know to the previous 2 years I should look at it differently, but I don't. I just can't get past. But I do feel like apples to apples, they're better than Bama. They should roll out and beat them, but I just don't trust that they're going to be the apple that I think they are.
I mean, are you willing to respect what Texas Tech's done this year?
Not nearly as much as Indiana.
Yeah, but I mean, they're just Texas Tech, you know.
And that's why I like Oregon, and that's why I give Alabama, if nothing else, a puncher's chance to just be there because they know how to win these things.
We'll talk about the I guess it's the Sugar Bowl. In New Orleans on the other side. That's Ole Miss in Georgia. It is the Morning Huddle 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
You're listening to the Morning Huddle with A.J. Hoffman and Rob Thompson. KTFM Floresville.
This report is sponsored by Mattress Firm. The once-a-year sale and clearance is here. Upgrade today with Mattress Firm's quality selection of top brands. Let their sleep experts find the perfect bed to help transform your nights. They make sleep easy.
Happy New Year from GiveMeTheVIN.com. If you are a customer in 25, thank you. If not, America's best car buyer still wants to buy your car. GiveMeTheVIN.com puts your car right on the money, fast, easy, and hassle-free. Enter your VIN or license plate at GiveMeTheVIN.com. GiveMeTheVIN.com, America's best car buyer.
Sell us your car. GiveMeTheVIN.com. So easy you can do it in your underwear.
Flight by Yuengling is the next generation of light beer. For those who don't follow trends, but craft them. Flight by Yuengling is 12 ounces of uncompromised refreshment from America's oldest brewery. With only 2.6 grams of carbs and 95 calories, this is premium refreshment 6 generations in the making. Don't just raise a glass, raise the bar. Flight by Yuengling. Available wherever beer is sold. DG Yuengling & Son Incorporated, Pottsville, Pennsylvania. Please enjoy responsibly.
The following is a dramatization.
Davis Law Firm, how can I help?
Hi, I got hurt in a wreck, but I don't know if it's really worth getting an attorney.
Don't worry, you called the right place.
I'm Jeff Davis. At Davis Law Firm, we're here for you 24/7, and you don't pay unless we win. We recently secured a jury verdict for $210 million in a wrongful death case. So if you've been hurt, call us at 444-4444.
Davis Law Firm, San Antonio.
Lowest prices, biggest selection. Lowest prices, biggest selection.
At Mr. W Fireworks, we have always offered the lowest prices on fireworks.
And we always will.
We never charge additional hidden fees, and we always price our fireworks more than 50% less than the other guys. When you shop at Mr. W Fireworks, you can be sure you are getting the lowest prices around.
And the biggest selection. Look for the big W on our sign.
Or visit MrWFireworks.com to find a location near you.
Happy New Year!
By texting 24700, you agree to receive recurring automated marketing messages from J. Crew Factory. Message and data rates may apply. No purchase required. Terms apply. Available at jcrew.com.
Need last-minute gifts? J.Crew Factory has got you covered. Enjoy up to 60% off store-wide and shop cozy matching pajamas, toasty sweaters, amazing outerwear, festive accessories, and so much more. Get in the spirit at J.Crew Factory, where you'll score our exclusive collection of classic styles for the whole family at prices that can't be beat. And today, save even more. Just text GIFTING to 24700 to receive an extra $25 off your purchase of $75 or more at your nearest J. Crew Factory store. Visit jcrewfactory.com to find your nearest San Antonio area store today. But first, get an extra $25 off your purchase of $75 or more when you text GIFTING to 24700. Text GIFTING to 24700 to get your $25 off coupon. That's GIFTING to 24700. See a store associate for details.
Hornitos Tequila and America's team have one major thing in common. Everyone can enjoy them. They weren't made just to have a few fans, but to gather people who love high-quality, real Texas football and premium fresh-pressed agave tequila. It's for all our fans. Whether you live in Texas or not, or sip your Hornitos in a Paloma or straight, it's 100% agave tequila for 100% of Dallas Cowboys fans. Hornitos, the tequila de todos. Drink smart. Hornitos Tequila, 40% alcohol by volume. 2025 Salsa Tequila Import Company, Chicago, Illinois.
Kohl's new clearance markdowns are intense. Up to 70% off is the kind of deal that'll leave you feeling stunned and make you whisper things like, "Where have you been my whole life?" to a cardigan. Just take a deep breath, steady your cart, and try to act normal. But it's not possible. The savings are just too good. Shop new clearance markdowns now in-store and online at Kohl's. Select styles, some exclusions apply. See store or kohls.com for details.
If you love to travel, Capital One has a rewards credit card that's perfect for you. With the Capital One Venture X card, you earn unlimited double miles on everything you buy. Plus, you get premium benefits at a collection of luxury hotels when you book on Capital One Travel. And with Venture X, you get access to over 1,000 airport lounges worldwide. Open up a world of travel possibilities with the Capital One Venture X card. What's in your wallet?
Terms apply. Lounge access is subject to change. See CapitalOne.com for details.
This college football season, the Crunch Time Hero of the Week is brought to you by PorkRinds.com, the nation's premier hub for pork rind lovers everywhere. Each week, a college player will post on Instagram, and each share over a 2-week period equals a $1 donation to the Archer Foundation, which helps families who are dealing with DIPG, DMG, pediatric brain cancer. Giving back with the perfect snack to celebrate those big Crunch Time plays. Find your rind at PorkRinds.com or find Southern Recipe Pork Rinds at HEB.
94.1 San Antonio Sports Star traffic from News Talk 550 KTSA.
Good morning. Looks like we do have a stall on I-10 westbound at UTSA Boulevard, right lane blocked. 35 southbound, that off-ramp to 410. That wreck just cleared. Connector ramp has reopened. And if you're going to be out and about this evening, please make a plan to get home safely. Use a rideshare service or choose a designated driver. Drive sober, no regrets. That's a reminder from our friends at TxDOT. I'm Debbie Alcacer, KTSA. Time Saver Traffic.
San Antonio Sports Center.
In the NBA, the Spurs look to snap their 2-game losing streak tonight as they play the New York Knicks. The tip goes off at 6 o'clock in the Frost Bank Center. In the NFL, big news coming from Cowboy Land. They waived quarterback Trayvon Diggs. He'll become a free agent once he clears waivers. Diggs signed a $97 million contract back in 2023. He's been worth every penny. In college football, it's going to be a busy day. Most of it right here on San Antonio Sports Star. It all starts this morning at 10:30, right after the Morning Huddle. The ReliaQuest Bowl features Vanderbilt and Iowa. It's going to be followed with the Cheez-It Bowl. That's got Texas taking on Michigan. That'll be at 2. And then it closes out with a quarterfinal matchup of the day. The 10th-ranked Miami Hurricanes taking on Ohio State at Jerry World at 6 o'clock. I'm Rob Thompson for 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
Sports Center is brought to you by Buyers Barricades, the Texas Authority in Barricade Rental. BuyersBarricades.com.
From the studios of San Antonio Sports Star, reaching more sports fans than any station in South Texas. Welcome to the Morning Huddle with A.J. Hoffman and Rob Thompson. This is 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
All right, 9:02 on the Morning Huddle, 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
I know we got stuff to do this hour, but we didn't get there before. And I wanted to ask you this. What's the most likely upset?
Texas Tech.
You think Tech would be the? Yeah, I think they're the most evenly matched.
Quite frankly, that's the only one I can even see.
I can't see Miami do it, and I'm not sure either team winning is an upset. Indiana, Alabama. I guess Alabama would be an upset by the numbers, but I'm not sure how much I look at it. But I tend to agree. I think Tech.
I think so.
Yeah.
I mean, I think anytime the only unbeaten team in the country loses that'd be an upset.
That'd be huge. Because we know what's going to happen, right?
I assume there is no way it's Georgia Ole Miss.
Well, I'm comfortable there.
Georgia, I believe, is going to dog walk this team. I just think that Ole Miss is kind of playing with house money. I think they wanted to make sure they proved that we can win without Lane, and now they're going to run into a team that I just don't think they're going to hold up against. We saw them play the first time. It was an 8-point win for Georgia, so not like a runaway blowout win. But if you look at it by yardage, it was 510 to 350 yards for Georgia. They had no problems in this game. They got in the red zone a bunch of times and went for it and didn't get it. I think that they score just at will against this Ole Miss defense, and Georgia's defense has gotten better as the year went on. I'm starting to trust them right now.
They fall into that Alabama. They just have this genetic predisposition to be ready to play in the biggest games, and they just wound into form, and here they sit because I don't think anybody's thought they would look this good this late. They just kept getting better.
Yeah, they are. It feels like if I were picking an SEC team to win, like the idea that I'm picking Georgia over Alabama is, I guess in the last few years it's not a big stretch, but it just feels like one of them is peaking at the right time and the other one is stumbling into this situation. And I would not want to play Georgia right now.
No, and it's that old SEC blood. They know each other real well. All these guys have gone to high school together, and that game shouldn't have been as close as it was the first time.
I agree.
So I think Georgia's got something to prove.
This is probably the biggest blowout of the weekend.
Although I would like to see him, succeed without having to deal with the Lane Kiffin-ness, but that's his name and, all of that's going to hang so much over this game. I wonder, it might be a good drinking game. You got to drink something every time they mention Lane Kiffin.
Yeah, that's going to be – if you've got to go to work on Friday, that's bad news.
So, seriously, and you expect a team to go out and be absolutely successful when all anybody can talk about is the coach that gave up on you and left.
Yeah. Yep. And it doesn't help that his staff is coaching Ole Miss right now.
Hey, trust me, you don't want your OC or any of your staff to have divided attention spans. You end up with a 3-point output on offense and get your ass handed to you by 7 when your offensive coordinator is putting together his team and his roster in another state.
Yeah. So I just think that Ole Miss is catching Georgia at the worst possible time, and the worst possible time for Ole Miss and a pretty bad time to be catching Georgia anyway.
I kind of like the idea of the rematch. I mean, that's cool. But I of all the matchups, this is the one I kind of wish I didn't have to watch. I'd like to see either one of these teams play somebody else. Not that they don't both belong there. This matchup in particular, it's kind of like, remember that year we had Alabama, LSU 3 times?
Yeah. What I don't want, though, I don't want them to start setting up the brackets to avoid rematches.
No, I'm not. I get you. I'm with you. But I would do my very best to, if I can, in that second round, try to shuffle stuff up because. Isn't this Indiana-Alabama? What a great matchup. That's the kind of thing I'd put together. Like, let's do this. And the Oregon Tech, perfect. I mean, let's put these two teams together.
But when you got 3 SEC schools, like chances are good that one of them's going to bump into the other one.
That's the rub. Yeah.
And that's just that's the way the cookie crumbles sometimes. So, and I guess you've got multiple Big Ten teams. You got 3 Big Ten and 3 SEC. Some of them are going to have to.
But, 50%, half, I can't argue too much. Half the games I'd put together perfectly. And the other half, I probably would like to see take Ole Miss play Oregon.
Okay.
See these offenses and go who scores 50 first kind of stuff, just to see what happens.
But also part of me says, I don't really need to, like Ole Miss and Oregon, if we got to the semifinals and one of them wasn't in it, I wouldn't be disappointed.
No, you're right. You're right. And maybe that kind of gets it through. But this one, it just feels like, yeah, I've been there, done that. You know, I can go watch the tape from the last couple of years and probably get an idea what's going to happen.
Yeah, for me, it's all about, I just want to make sure we have a good championship game.
We're going to have that. We're going to have two worthy teams no matter what.
I don't want Michigan TCU again. And I tried to warn people at the time. I said, this is not a good game. And it's going to make everybody hate this setup. And, of course, it was not a good game at all. Did you know the guy that we saw yesterday? Did you see the kid that was walking around upstairs in the suites on the
I did. I saw the big kid. Yeah.
You know who that was?
No.
You do, on the TV broadcast.
Big old boy, I can tell you that.
It showed him on the TV broadcast. It was the walk-on quarterback that led TCU back in that game against Oregon.
Oh, okay. And he got hurt. That's why he's strolling around up there.
He fell out of a helicopter hunting and shattered both his legs and had both his legs removed.
And he had the dog.
Yeah, walking around with that little black dog. That's the quarterback. I forget his name, but that's the quarterback that won the Alamo Bowl against Oregon.
Did his magic legs make him taller?
I think so.
Because he's a big old boy.
I think so. Yeah. I mean, and wouldn't that be the move? Like if you get your legs like.
Oh yeah. Give me about 4 or 5 more inches.
Yeah, like
you're a 5-footer, and then
you think
your legs
like if Minix, let's say Minix had, God forbid, but Minix had a horrible hunting accident. And he got his legs chopped off.
A little lengthen up.
Don't you think Minix would be like, hey, can you make me like 6'1"?
Yeah, just
6'2" if possible.
And you could have different legs, so when you went and saw Mom, you could go back.
His body proportion to his legs would look weird, right?
Well,
you just have to wear.
This cat looked a little weird. He looked kind of grasshoppery. His legs were really long, and he was carrying an emotional support dog,
a tiny little black dog,
black dog.
He'll make cricket sounds when he walks.
Yeah, maybe so.
Well, he had the blade legs. The blade legs,
like that dude that killed that gal, Oscar Pistorius.
She had those kind of legs.
He killed her on accident, of course.
Oh yeah.
I mean, no one would assume that he did that on purpose.
Legless people don't kill people.
No. He's a hero. Yeah. The other games tonight, Michigan and Texas. We talked about this a little bit. It's kind of a disappointing game because, I mean, Texas' entire defense is sitting out. They are without their defensive coordinator.
So you're coaching Texas. You're Sark. You got your quarterback. He's going to play. There's going to be a reason to watch. Do you come into it like, I don't care what the final score is. We're going to have fun. Or do you come into it with, I get a valuable opportunity to scout and find out who my potential left guard, right guard is?
Yeah, I think you got to really go at it here. But I mean, so does Michigan.
Yeah, well, some of me is kind of like, let's just go have a flag football game and have some fun.
Yeah.
Nobody punts. Let's all handshake. There will be no punts. We're going to go for it on every 4th down. And let's just go have some fun and do something a little bit different. You know, I say that. Last night we're watching the end of the TCU game, and I'm looking at Dykes like, man, why don't you just go for it? You make it, you win, you miss it, we go home. What's the point? But it's hard to say that when you're in the middle of a fight. You know,
well, also,
you want me to quit? What are you talking about? I'm going to go win this thing.
These coaches have a job that goes beyond just playing this game. Like you said, like you're looking for who wants to play next year. I would certainly cycle some guys through, but I mean, for Texas, you've got one certainty next year, and that's that Arch Manning's going to be playing quarterback. Everything else you got to figure out. So, and I think Michigan kind of the same way. You assume Underwood's going to be back. Everybody else, who knows?
Well, I guarantee you, new coach didn't get hired unless the old young quarterback agreed to it.
I would agree. Iowa and Vanderbilt. I mentioned this game earlier. It seems like everybody's playing. This line's bounced around. I bet it earlier in the week. Iowa plus 5.5. It's now Iowa plus 4. I like Iowa here still. I like that they're playing everybody. And I also think this is a spot where the distraction of Diego Pavia since –
I wonder.
Do you think Diego Pavia has really been like locked in ever since the Heisman?
No,
I don't think so either.
And I'm not mad at him for not being. I mean, he's petitioning for what, another year? Is he trying to get a 7th year? Yeah. So I think realizes that ain't going to happen, so the party began.
And who did this Iowa team lose to?
Oregon at home.
They lost by 3 at Iowa State. They lost by 5 against Indiana. They lost by 2 to Oregon at home, and they lost by 5 at USC. They haven't lost a game by more than 5 all year. I don't think they're going to do that to Vanderbilt.
What's their highest scoring game? What's the most points they put on the board this year?
41.
Oh, all right.
They put up 41 against Minnesota.
Oh, okay.
They put up 40 against Nebraska. Oh, well, they put up 47, but that was against UMass. That doesn't count.
I wouldn't count those. But the Nebraska and Minnesota, all right.
38 against Rutgers, 37 against Wisconsin.
Look out,
This ain't your grandpa's Iowa. This Iowa team can score a little. It's the best offensive line in the country. They won the Joe Moore Award, and all of them are playing.
Iowa plus 5, is that where we're at now? I like that.
I like Iowa today, too. And which should be – either way, this should be one of the better bowls just because there's so many people that are actually playing in it.
Potatoes against Glory Boy kind of stuff.
Arizona State it is going to be a shell of a team out there. Obviously,
at least the coach will be there. They do have him.
Yeah. Darian Mensah is going to play for Duke, which I thought he wasn't. But Sam Leavitt not playing for Arizona State. Duke -3 probably feels about right. For an Arizona State team that's going to be basically they're going to have like 3 starters playing, and Duke seems to have like a good handful of them. Duke plays weird games, though. Duke is they're not very good.
No.
They're 8-5, but they're the ACC champions, but they are not very good. I don't have any interest in betting on this game. Utah is 14-point favorites against Nebraska. Nebraska is going to be on a 3rd-string quarterback.
Mm-hmm.
And Nebraska's defense is dreadful.
Yeah, I don't – just because Utah lost their coach, they got a bunch of 25-year-old, 5th-year seniors on this roster. They're solid. They're not going to miss a beat.
Yeah, they and on a fast track, they may run it up on Nebraska here. And, I mean, Nebraska, this quarterback is like – he hasn't touched a football.
No.
Like, this is a guy who hasn't been in the game all year. And it's like, hey, here you go, start the bowl game.
Matt Rule's got to cut out for it, man.
Good luck.
Should have held on to Aioli or whatever his name was.
Well, he's hurt. He's hurt also. Even if he wasn't in the transfer portal, he's hurt.
But he is in the portal, though. Yeah, he's headed out.
But he wouldn't have been available anyway. This is just a disastrous situation for Nebraska, I think, and they're probably going to take some medicine in this one. It might be ugly. All right, let's take a break. When we come back, we'll check what's going on in the world outside of sports. It's the Morning Huddle on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
94.1 San Antonio Sports Star traffic from News Talk 550 KTSA.
Good morning. As you get into your midday commute, we are working an accident. Loop 410 southbound just past I-10. We've got 2 right lanes blocked. Delay start at Binz-Engelman. 410 northbound just past I-10. That's a stall off to the shoulder. And another at 410 eastbound Honeysuckle. Right shoulder blocked, Castle Hills area. I'm Debbie Alcacer, KTSA Time Saver Traffic.
1, 2, 3, Cowboys! South Texas home of the Dallas Cowboys. 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star. Sunday at noon, the Cowboys wrap up the season in New York. Taking on the Giants at MetLife Stadium. Pre-game starts at 11.
I like this kind of party!
Presented by AA Best Bail Bonds, the Davis Law Firm, Hornitos Tequila, Connecticut, and Jim Beam.
How about them Cowboys?
94.1 San Antonio Sports Star. South Texas home of the Dallas Cowboys.
This report is sponsored by the Crohn's and Colitis Foundation. The Crohn's and Colitis Foundation has been at the forefront of inflammatory bowel disease research and care for over 50 years. Learn more about research, education, and support at Crohn'sColitisFoundation.org.
Want to be the block party hero this year? Head to Off Fireworks Megastore, just 2 miles outside 1604 and Petrenko. Get the loudest deals. Buy 2, get 1 free on 500-gram aerials and reloadable artillery shells plus more. Light it up at Off Fireworks, 13022 Petrenko Road.
Guys, we are in the thick of the NBA season. Just because the Emirates Cup is behind us doesn't mean there's not more hoops. We're back into the action, man. The fast breaks, the buzzer beaters, and it's all going down with Underdog. With Underdog Unwrapped, you're going to unwrap tons of promos all throughout the holiday holidays, boosts, gimme packs, deal reveals, and even some surprises sprinkled in. Now is the best time to get in the game because you can make your picks and win money right now in Texas. In NBA, I have been looking at De'Aaron Fox for a while, and as long as Wemby's on a minutes restriction, I'm going to keep looking at higher on De'Aaron Fox and higher on Dylan Harper, quite frankly, because his minutes are going up and up. Download the app today. Use my promo code Alamo. You'll get $75 in bonus entries when you play your first $5. That's promo code Alamo. Underdog. Make picks. Win money. Must be 18 plus and present in Texas. Terms apply. See assets.underdogfantasy.com/web/play and get terms _DFS_.html for details. Concerned with your play? Call 1-800-GAMBLER or visit www.ncpgambling.org.
There's a reason why you own a Kubota. It's because you won't settle for second best. The Kubota L Series has been the #1 best-selling compact tractor in the U.S. for 15 years straight. And the Kubota SVL Series has been the #1 best-selling compact track loader in the U.S. for the last 6 years. Now that's saying something. So don't be fooled by other dealers wanting to trade for your orange. We're Ewald Kubota, keeping it orange for over 75 years.
Buyers Barricades is proud to provide traffic control, rental, and sales for work zones and events in the San Antonio area and beyond. Buyers Barricades, the Texas authority in barricade rental. Learn more online at buyersbarricades.com. That's buyersbarricades.com.
If you get arrested, get out of jail fast by calling AA Best Bail Bonds, 210-225-2121. Text bail to 474747 or online at mybestbailbonds.com. You don't have to call attorneys or anybody else. Don't be forced into a PR bond. If the jail offers you one, make sure you understand the conditions before accepting it. AA Best Bail Bonds. Nobody beats their price. They have payment plans. Call 210-225-2121 or mybestbailbonds.com.
License number 149.
Do you have trouble getting in and out of the bathtub? Are you afraid you'll slip and fall entering or exiting a tub? Safe Step walk-in tubs can transform your bathtub from an area of concern to a calming refuge. Call them today at 1-800-731-4558 and save $1,600. Safe Step walk-in tubs and showers are proudly made in Tennessee and offer an ultra-low step-in, avoiding that difficult climb over a traditional bathtub wall. They also offer a variety of therapeutic benefits that may help soothe your aching muscles and joints, increasing your mobility, boosting your energy, and improving your sleep. Safe Step walk-in tubs are designed to easily fit your existing tub space and are often installed in as little as one day. Just dial 1-800-731-4558 today to save $1,600 and receive a free shower package. That's 1-800-731-4558 for a free no-obligation consultation and to save $1,600. Safe Step walk-in tubs. Safety never felt so good.
Light up your outdoor party with Mr. W Fireworks.
We always have the lowest prices around. That's right.
Our prices are always more than 50% lower than the other guys.
And we never charge any hidden fees.
Look for the big W on our sign and find us online at MrWFireworks.com. When you shop at Mr. W, you can be sure you are getting the lowest prices on fireworks around.
And the biggest selection. Don't overpay for your fireworks ever again.
From our family to yours.
Happy New Year!
I know that hiring can be challenging. You need someone to match your role perfectly. Well, now you can meet them fast on ZipRecruiter.
Build your team, build it sooner. Meet your match on ZipRecruiter.
Just head to ZipRecruiter.com/free right now to try it for free. That's ZipRecruiter.com/free.
Meet your match on ZipRecruiter. Try it free.
Joel, I've invented the perfect exercise machine. It's practical, efficient, and fits in any home. I give you the Row and Go. Ta-da! It's a rowing machine that connects to your toilet, so you can row and...
Stop. Folks, at Quarter Moon Plumbing, Heat, and AC will help homes stay in tip-top shape. Call Quarter Moon 651-5899.
Quarter Moon Plumbing, Heat, and AC, 210-651-5899.
License number M16004, TACLA 141074E.
You're locked on The Morning Huddle with AJ Hoffman and Rob Thompson.
It's showtime!
Hey now.
Scorpions.
That's right.
I'm Klaus Meiner.
Good morning, everybody. We're wrapping it up around here.
Yeah.
Not much time left in the year for us. We've got big plans.
Big plans.
Big.
I got stuff in work.
The bigliest plans.
Things going on behind the scenes.
Oh, yes. Oh, yes. The world keeps spinning, though, whether we're working or not.
I thought that was just me, AJ.
No, the world keeps spinning.
I'm spinning.
No, I'm glad you've fought the good fight today, though. I'll give you that, man. I'll give you that. You have fought the good fight. It's a good time to go through the list of the dead.
Oh, our dead pool.
Our dead from 2025. In memoriam, 2025. Who did we lose this year? Back in January, do you remember we lost Wayne Osmond of the Osmonds?
And which Osmond was he? The
Wayne.
black one?
He was Wayne.
Was he the black one?
He was Wayne. No, I don't care about Wayne Osmond. I don't know anything about him. But we did lose Bob Uecker back then. And that one actually was a big one.
Must
90
be
years
in-
old.
In the front row.
Mr. Baseball himself. We kind of knew it was
Did you ever
coming
interview
eventually.
him?
I did not. I
I
wish.
got a chance 2 years ago.
No.
And he's exactly like you think.
It seems like such a cool dude.
Yeah, he was at a Super Bowl.
Gene Hackman.
Oh, what a
back in
loss.
February.
That was tragic too. Because
95 years old.
Remember, he'd been dead for a while, and they found the dog dead.
Yeah,
That was awful.
Yeah, not a good scene. Roberta Flack died in 2025. She was 88 years old. Also 88 was Boris Spassky. You remember he lost to Bobby Fischer?
Yeah, he's the
Soviet chess champion. Carl Dean, Dolly Parton's husband. 82 years old. He died back in March.
Man lived a good life.
And George Foreman also died in March, 76 years old there.
There's now only 12 more George Foremans.
That's right. That's right. And John Feinstein,
Yep,
the
good walk,
great
spoiled.
rider, 69 years old.
Well,
Nice.
And I had just seen him after he had passed.
Oh, really?
I mean, because we saw him. I saw him last year at the Army-Navy game.
Yeah.
And I feel like I'd seen him after that. So,
Well, you didn't see him after that.
No, I mean before his death and after Army-Navy. But,
maybe, okay.
But he was always a regular at the Army-Navy game.
In April, we lost Wink Martindale, the legendary game show
Your
host,
patron saint.
91 years old. We lost Pope Francis, who was 88. We lost Steve Mongo McMichael.
Yeah, that was a long, tragic.
It was terrible. It was probably a
welcome.
Yeah. And Val Kilmer.
That's right.
65 years old. We lost Val Kilmer.
He lived long enough to do one more Top Gun.
That's right.
Gave us one more.
We lost George Norm from Cheers, which is a tough one.
I don't remember that. That's too bad.
Yeah, he died back in May.
He was in such good shape.
You're right. I don't get it. In June, we lost Brian Wilson of the Beach Boys.
Yeah. He partied with Manson.
Apparently so, yeah. In July, we lost Jimmy Swaggart.
I have sinned against you.
I am with the Lord now. And if you'll send me a low donation of $2,000 right now.
God wants me to have a helicopter. We don't say hell. We say helicopter.
Michael Madsen of Kill Bill
That
and
guy,
Reservoir Dogs
we were all
fame.
surprised he made it this long.
67 years old. Malcolm Jamal Warner of The Cosby Show.
I didn't know this. We
50
lost.
54 years old. We
What
lost
happened?
him. I'm not really sure.
What was his name on the show?
He was. Oh, jeez.
Man, we got these things in front of us.
Yeah, this
I didn't know we
computer
lost him.
machine. Yeah. You remember he died in Costa? No, he drowned in Costa Rica.
Oh,
that's what it
right.
was.
I do remember that. How tragic.
Yeah. He was. What was his name on that show though? I can't think of it. He was the only son. I can't think of his name.
Come on, Brigade Bar, help us out here.
Yeah, on the his name on the Cosby Show.
Theodore Huxtable.
Theo. Yep, Theo Huxtable. That's right. Back in July, we also lost Ozzy Osbourne, 76 years old. seemed older than that.
He did, but that might be the one that we look back on 25 and say, what happened in 20? We lost Ozzy.
Chuck Mangione at 84.
Rise, baby.
Making it barely longer than Ozzy Osbourne was the Hulkster, Hulk Hogan. What you gonna do, brother?
That didn't his legend didn't help after he died.
Well, if the Hulkster wouldn't use the N-word so freely, he would have been remembered more fondly.
We might have liked him more in his death.
And I don't think that Ryan Sandberg was a big N-word user, but he'd also died at age 65 as well.
I watched him play a lot of baseball after school.
In August, Lonnie Anderson died, 79 years old.
Smoking hot till the end.
Did you ever?
WKRP in Cincinnati, man.
Did you?
Of course.
Pleasure yourself to that show?
You kidding?
I mean, she's too old for me to have ever pleasured myself to her.
Back in the late 70s, that was happening a lot. It didn't have to be just her. Wind blew the other direction. I was like 13. What are you talking about? Of course I did twice. The same show.
In September, Giorgio Armani died, the fashion icon. Also, Robert Redford died at 89 years old.
That guy had a glimmer in his eye. Always did.
Oh, yes. Oh, yes. Jane Goodall died at 91 years old in October. Jane Goodall was low-key kind of hot back in her day.
She was a monkey woman.
She was. She had those apes were doing her bidding.
She was fit.
Who else died? Sister Jean.
Yep.
Of Loyola's. Yeah.
I got to meet her when they were here, the Final Four.
Yeah. Diane Keaton was 79 years old. She died in October as well.
Mm-hmm.
D'Angelo was only 51 years old. He died in October.
There had been we knew he was sick. We just didn't know he was sick.
Yeah, I didn't know it was that bad. And Ace Frehley at 74 years old, the Kiss guitarist, died.
He fell down, remember?
Yes, yeah, he just fell down. You don't die when you just fall down. It doesn't make any sense.
He died and fell down.
Fell down.
I'm not a doctor, but when you fall down, you're supposed to get up and not die unless there's something weird going on.
Thank you, Jane.
There is something weird.
Yeah. 84-year-old Dick Cheney died in November. A lot of people very, very sad about that.
Well, I mean, he's a great American. He was.
Isn't he the one who shot somebody?
He shot somebody in the face down here in South Texas.
Yeah, that's right.
On a lease that I've been on. Yep.
Yeah. Also a well-noted war criminal. Bridget Bardot.
Just the other day.
91 years old. She passed away.
Hey, kids, go Google Bridget Bardot.
91.
See what she had it going on back about 50 years ago, 60 years ago.
55-year-old Greg Biffle.
I don't know who that is.
NASCAR
that
driver.
just happened. Yeah, the plane crash.
Yep. We know of Rob Reiner's untimely death here recently at 78 years old. And I think that's probably all the ones.
I wonder who we're sweating. I wonder if there's somebody watching the clock.
Like it could.
Well, you got about 8 hours, man. Hold on.
Oh, I forgot about Cleto Escobedo, the Jimmy Kimmel Band guy, like the Cletones guy. I always liked that guy. He died as well.
Hey,
so
is Randy Moss going to survive?
Yeah, evidently he's in remission. Evidently he got
It's
taken.
been a year.
Yeah.
I remember just haven't heard anything from him.
I think about midway through this season they announced that the liver he was having liver issues, that they'd kind of gotten behind it, kind of gotten hold of it. Yeah.
All right.
I mean, that gives you hope, right, Vic?
A little bit.
I mean, if he can make it, you can make it.
Remember the last time we saw him before that, and his eyes were
Oh,
yellow.
yeah.
Everybody went,
Hey,
dude.
well, he's still got both kidneys, so he's good.
Yeah.
I can't give him mine. Sorry.
Just, I mean, come on. It's really important.
He's
to him.
famous.
Yeah, he's famous. Yeah. Well, if it's the liver, they can just cut it all out and it'll grow back.
I've worn mine out. You can have it.
A new documentary coming out. You'll never guess who it's about.
Jane Goodall.
Diddy.
Didn't I just watch one? Is
Yeah, but this one's a little different.
Another 50 Cent joint?
This is Diddy's sons.
Oh, I saw one of his boys. He does too much stuff with his oldest son.
That's
You're
weird.
spending way too much time doing some weird stuff with your boy. That's weird.
The series, they say, is not intended to endorse, defend, or vindicate Diddy, but his sons are set to share their personal story of his trial. Obviously, he's got a little over 4 years for prostitution-related charges. A substantial sentence required to send a message to abusers and victims alike. And his sons, Justin and Christian Combs, have now teamed up for a docuseries about the trial, and that is set for an early 2026 release. The rise, the family, the foes, the joy, the pain, our voice, the loyalty, the betrayal, the hate, the highs, the lows, the love, the truth, the lies.
I don't care.
You don't care?
No, I know enough. I don't need your. It's not designed to endorse or
endorse, defend, or vindicate.
Put together by your kids.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Our role is to provide a platform for stories to be told honestly and without prejudgment. What viewers will see is raw, real, and authentic storytelling. That's the essence of this project.
We need legal money. We need to pay our legal bills.
Yeah. That comes after the Reckoning, the 50 Cent doc, which I'm guessing is going. Of course, Netflix has.
Of all time.
Oh yes. Yeah.
Diddy's
lawyers are still trying to get Netflix to take that thing down. They're like, no, we're
not coming down.
We're good.
It's too late.
Sue us.
We're gonna roll. We're gonna roll with this one. We're gonna take our chances against you. This is. I don't know how I missed this story, but apparently last week this came out. So maybe this is news to some people out there. It was news to me. Corey Feldman claims that Corey Haim molested him while making The Lost Boys.
How many people is Feldman going to accuse of molesting him? He's accused like 100 dudes over the years.
Is he out of money or something?
Well, did he say Michael got him too?
Yeah.
Did he get diddled by Michael?
Yeah.
Did he say that? Now he's blaming his buddy?
Yeah. And like Corey Haim was a kid too.
Yeah. And he's
dead.
Now, granted, Corey Feldman is an odd duck.
Yes.
He looks weird.
Yeah, I'm not sure he's walking on the same plane I am, but you need to kind of dial this back, brother. And Haim's dead, so he can't even defend himself.
Dude, he died 15 years ago.
So, man, just keep doing your Michael impersonation and go away.
Yeah, he said, when we did Lost Boys, Corey said to me, hey, man, let's mess around. And I said, what do you mean? Feldman then claims that Haim said, this is what guys in the business do, right? You suck each other's bleeps or you bleep around, you do this stuff. And I said, what are you talking about? And he said, well, Charlie Sheen told me it was okay.
Well, as long as you got a voucher.
Of all people.
I trust that guy.
He snorted half of Peru.
Now, in March 2020, remember, Feldman released a documentary, My Truth, The Rape of Two Coreys, in which he alleged that Charlie Sheen had raped Haim. Sheen has, of course, denied these. And Charlie Sheen, to his credit, is maybe overly honest at times.
Yeah, I think he'd admit it.
Yeah. When he's talking
like,
about stuff, yeah, he
Because
is.
he said he had some.
He'll tell you everything he did, but he said this is a lie. This never happened. Period. So we'll see.
He raped me.
Yeah, it seems like a tough thing to throw at your dead friend. Not the best look. All right, let's take our last break of the year, Rob. When we come back,
of the year.
Yeah, we'll come back and we'll take a look at the daily lines. It is the Morning Huddle on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
Lowest prices, biggest selection. Lowest prices, biggest selection.
At Mr. W Fireworks, we have always offered the lowest prices on fireworks.
And we always will.
We never charge additional hidden fees, and we always price our fireworks more than 50% less than the other guys. When you shop at Mr. W Fireworks, you can be sure you are getting the lowest prices around.
And the biggest selection. Look for the big W on our sign.
Or visit MrWFireworks.com to find a location near you.
Happy New Year!
Individuals and businesses with tax problems, listen carefully. Do you feel like you're losing control of your finances? If you owe over $10,000 in back taxes or have unfiled tax returns, we can help you take back control. The IRS is the largest and most aggressive collection agency in the world, and they can seize your bank accounts, garnish your paycheck, close your business, and file criminal charges. Take control of your tax problem now by calling the experts at U.S. Tax Shield and take advantage of the Fresh Start program and new laws that may allow us to negotiate a settlement for the lowest amount possible. Our team of tax attorneys and enrolled agents can stop collections and get you protected so you can take control of your financial future. U.S. Tax Shield offers a price protection guaranteed quote to get you protected today. U.S. Tax Shield is A+ rated with the Better Business Bureau, so call now. 800-687-5192. That's 800-687-5192. U.S. Tax Shield. 800-687-5192.
Running a business means wearing multiple hats. So if you're like me, you probably started out using your personal phone, taking client calls and texts nonstop. As my business grew, I needed something smarter. That's when I switched to Quo, the #1 business phone system. Quo works right on your phone or computer. No carrying 2 phones, no clunky landline, just one easy app you can try for free. Your team can share one number and handle calls and texts together like a shared inbox. Any teammate can jump into the conversation so customers get faster responses. And Quo's AI assistant summarizes your calls and responds to customers 24/7, so you never miss a lead or opportunity. All this starts at just $15 a month. That's basically 2 coffees. You can even keep your current business phone number. Find out why 90,000 businesses trust Quo. No missed calls, no missed customers. Try Quo for free at quo.com/sports. That's quo.com/sports to try Quo free. QUO.com/SPORTS.
By texting 24700, you agree to receive recurring automated marketing messages from J.Crew Factory. Message and data rates may apply. No purchase required. Terms apply. Available at jcrew.com.
Need last-minute gifts? J.Crew Factory has got you covered. Enjoy up to 60% off store-wide and shop cozy matching pajamas, toasty sweaters, amazing outerwear, festive accessories, and so much more. Get in the spirit at J.Crew Factory, where you'll score our exclusive collection of classic styles for the whole family at prices that can't be beat. And today, save even more. Just text GIFTING to 24700 to receive an extra $25 off your purchase of $75 or more at your nearest J.Crew Factory store. Visit jcrewfactory.com to find your nearest San Antonio area store today. But first, get an extra $25 off your purchase of $75 or more when you text GIFTING to 24700. Text GIFTING to 24700 to get your $25 off coupon. That's GIFTING to 24700. See a store associate for details.
How about them Cowboys? We rise as one in Texas, sporting handed-down silver and blue jerseys. We come together for America's team every time they take the field. So let's share a round of Jim Beam and lemonade on game day together, because people are good for you, especially for us in Cowboys country. Presented by Jim Beam, bringing fans together across Cowboys country. 40% alcohol by volume. Copyright 2024, James B. Beam Distilling Company, Claremont, Kentucky. Drink smart.
The Gomez Law Firm is proud to be San Antonio's trusted personal injury law firm for the past 50 years. We have Jose with the Gomez Law Firm here with us. Your firm has been fighting for the people of San Antonio since 1973. That's incredible.
There are not a lot of businesses that stick around for even 50 years, let alone personal injury law firms.
If you have been injured in an accident or hit by a company vehicle, then turn to the law firm that will fight for you. Visit joegomezlaw.com.
And remember, Gomez Law fights.
2 hours ago, Kyle arrived at the bar.
Hey, what's everyone drinking?
30 minutes ago, Kyle got his friends another round of drinks.
Cheers!
5 minutes ago, Kyle decided to drive home drunk. A minute ago, a law enforcement officer pulled up behind Kyle.
Sir, have you been drinking tonight?
A chain of events that began 2 hours ago is about to change Kyle's whole world. Drive sober or get pulled over. Paid for by NHTSA.
This is Joe Reinagle. You're listening to the home of the Aggies, 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
I love you, man. Next year's gonna be the best one yet. We're gonna make it way better than last year, man. You're gonna find love. It'll happen.
I promise to go to the gym.
You're gonna go to the gym. You're gonna lose that weight.
It'd be great if you guys didn't start going to the gym all of a sudden. I'm not trying to wait around all day on you guys to play on your phone while you're sitting on machines. I don't need that.
I won't be there. You won't see me there.
Nothing pisses me off more now than going to the gym and waiting for someone who's playing on the phone on their machines.
Oh, yeah.
Just get out of there, dude.
I gotta chart my steps.
You don't want to be here. I can tell. All right. let's wrap up the show the way we always do by taking a look at the daily lines.
It's the Morning Huddle's look at the daily lines with AJ and Rob on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
You covered, yeah!
Wow, Iowa number plummeting. Now Iowa only +3.
What happened? There's something changed.
What happened?
Are they announcing a player not coming in? That's
I don't know.
A big drop, man.
They've gone from 5.5 to 3 in just a couple of hours.
Somebody's out.
But Vanderbilt's still a 3-point favorite. Total 46.5 in the ReliaQuest Bowl. In the Tony the Tiger Sun Bowl, I usually don't like to say the sponsor name.
You got to, man.
But I love that Tony the Tiger not Frosted Flakes. Tony the Tiger.
He's bigger than that, man. He's well beyond just a Frosted Flake.
This is his side project.
It is.
Frosted Flakes is still his main gig.
Okay.
But he's like, I'm not just Frosted Flakes. I'm also a bowl sponsor. Yeah.
More than just a tiger that eats cereal.
Yeah. Right. Duke, a 3-point favorite over Arizona State in the Tony the Tiger Sun Bowl. In the Citrus Bowl, Texas is a 7-point favorite against Michigan. Totals 47.5. I think I like the over here with so many guys out on defense for Texas.
I agree, man. Go out and have fun.
I think everybody's just going to be chucking it around. It's corn. Nebraska, 14-point dogs against Utah. And quite frankly, I think Utah just has their way with them. And then the main event of the evening, Ohio State, 9.5-point favorites. Total is 40.5. I like the under here, under 40.5. These are two elite defenses. I don't think if one team scores 20, I don't think they score much more than that. And I don't think Miami's going to even come close to 20. I think Miami will be lucky to get 10 on the board.
I agree.
Give me the under.
I like the under, but I also like Ohio State to cover.
Okay. Tomorrow's games, we've got Oregon, 2.5-point favorites against Texas Tech. Total 51.5. Indiana, a 7-point favorite against Alabama. I like Indiana there, and I like Ole Miss a lot. I think Georgia a lot against Ole Miss. Georgia, 6.5-point favorites against Ole Miss.
Cover. You like the over, too?
I like the over. I think they have their way. 55.5 is the number there. And I think Ole Miss will score some, but, Georgia might score every time they get the ball.
And there's probably a pick six in there, too.
I would not be surprised at that one bit. So, there's your well, and of course we'll be back on Friday, so we'll have more bowl games, including the huge matchup between Rice and Texas State.
Hey, that matters.
That we've all been waiting for. We're gonna dig deep into that. I'm talking about like a hour and a half deep dive on that particular game.
We'll get into that wing tee they like to run over
there. Yeah, if you're looking for something to talk about on Friday. Today in college hoops, Virginia is at Virginia Tech to start ACC play for those two schools. 11-1 Virginia, 11-2 Virginia Tech. Virginia is a 5.5-point favorite in this one.
They're better. They played a tougher earlier schedule. They're better than Virginia Tech.
Yeah, but they're on the road.
Yeah,
laying 5.5. Although yesterday, I bet Cal plus 8.5. They got smoked by Louisville, even on the road.
Virginia's hit 75.5 points 9 of the last 10 games. They put buckets. This is not your old Tony Bennett Virginia team. They score buckets.
Georgia Tech and Duke kick off ACC play tonight. Duke minus 27.5.
Now we're getting into conference play. It's going to be harder and harder to cover those numbers, but I think they can tonight.
Here's one that is interesting to me. Now, Big East play has been going on for a little while. UConn is 12-1. They're 2-0 in Big East play so far. And the Big East is down. It's not a very good Big East this year. It's UConn, it's St. John's, and then it's basically everybody else. But I think maybe the best of those everybody else is Xavier. And they're 9-4. They're 1-1 in Big East play. And we know in the Cintas, Xavier's pretty tough at home. They are 11.5-point home dogs here. I might be intrigued by 11.5.
I will give you even more reason, AJ. Of the last 10 games that UConn has played, they haven't hit 78 but 3. So they're a good team. They don't score a lot of points.
Yeah, 11.5
on the road
that's
against a good
points.
basketball team, a Xavier team that's big and old. They're a mature team. Yeah, it's going to be hard.
Yeah, it seems like a lot of points to cover in that situation. So I may be on X tonight. X going to give it to you. F what you heard. X going to deliver it to you. Knock, knock, open up the door. It's real. You know what I'm talking about, Vic?
I think you should move on to the next one. You're going to be paying some kind of fine.
It would know if I do it in spoken word. It's the non.
We don't have clarification on that.
It's the non-stop pop of stainless steel. Yeah. Go hard.
Yep.
Getting busy with it.
I think you just lost it.
Okay. In the association tonight, the Golden State Warriors 7.5-point favorites at the Hornets.
I don't like either one of these teams.
Yeah, Golden State is not good enough to lay 7.5 on the road for me. Timberwolves laying 5.5 on the road in Atlanta.
And Curry's out tonight, by the way.
Yeah, that's a non-starter for me. How about this one? Orlando at Indiana.
Indiana's worst team in basketball.
Orlando's only laying 3.5 points.
Let's see who we're dealing with injuries. Of course, a Wagner is out. This one is Franz. They don't have Bain for Orlando. He's out with a back. He's game time. He might play.
Boncaro and Suggs?
They're there. That's enough.
I'm in.
Yep.
Phoenix 6.5-point dogs in Cleveland. The Pelicans catching 1.5 at Chicago. The Nuggies, the now Jokic-less Nuggies. Boy, what a difference it makes.
Out a month.
Nuggets at the Raptors. Raptors minus 6.5. I mean, what would that line be with Jokic?
They'd go
Nuggets minus 3.5.
It'd be a 10-point swing.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Mm-hmm.
Bucks host the Wizards. Bucks 10.5-point favorites. That seems like a big number, but who wants to bet on the Wizards? And then the Thunder laying 15.5, hosting the Portland Trailblazers. One more game though.
Get right.
The San Antonio Spurs, on a 2-game losing streak, welcome in the New York Knickerbockers. Spurs minus 2.5.
You want the good news or the bad news about the injuries?
Give me the good news first.
No Mitchell Robinson. He absolutely destroyed us in that Emirates Cup game.
Okay.
He dominated. So he's not in. Now the bad news, no Devin and probably no Stephen.
Oh, you know what, though? That means a lot more minutes for my boy Dylan Harper.
And he needs him.
I ain't mad at this.
I want him to go face-to-face with Brunson all night. Take your medicine, but go get better and play one of the better point guards out there. No, it'll be a good matchup. It'll be fun to watch.
Go hard getting busy with it, right, Vic? That's what Vic would say. That's right, baby. And then in the National Hockey League, the New York Rangers are at the Capitals. The Capitals are minus 140. The Predators are in Vegas taking on the Golden Knights. VGK minus 185. That's a rare day game I'm going to get to enjoy here.
Holiday action.
That's right. Yeah, a 2 o'clock Central start, which means they're playing at noon out on the West Coast, which is wild.
Why?
I got no idea.
All right.
I don't know. Maybe they got a concert in that building tonight or something.
Something happening.
The Minnesota Wild are at the Sharks. Wild minus 175 on the road. Tampa Bay Lightning at the once mighty Anaheim Ducks. Lightning minus 160. The Winnipeg Jets are in Detroit. The Red Wings minus 120. The New Jersey Devils and the Columbus Blue Jackets, they're both a pick'em, minus 110 both ways. Sabres at the Stars. Stars minus 155. The Colorado Avalanche, slight favorites tonight against the St. Louis Blues. How about minus 340? That's
slight.
That's slight. The Edmonton Oilers minus 205 hosting the Boston Bruins, and the Calgary Flames minus 135 favorites as they welcome in the Philadelphia Flyers. Now, all right, do you guys do New Year's resolutions? You seem like the kind that would, Vic. You're a New Year's resolution type, aren't you?
A little bit. Well, it started with the diet.
Okay.
And it just escalated from there. I just refused to eat more and more things is basically all I could do.
So what are you
left.
What are you planning on dropping off?
What are you resolving to do or not do for the 2026 annum?
Try to. I'm not going to stop it altogether, but I'm just going to eat less bread. That's all it is. Like when I get hamburgers now, I'm just not going to get any bun.
Oh,
that's it. That's,
wow.
That's and then of course I haven't been eating French fries, so. Yeah, that's a big thing for
I'm
me.
to eat more bread and French fries.
See, I can't.
See, that's the I keep balance in the universe.
It's the carbs, and I just gotta. I'm more as the older I get, I just gotta take care of the kidney. That's it.
Yeah.
You know.
Kidney schmidney.
Do you guys?
See, you're gonna.
I've never had a problem with my kidney.
No, do you guys do resolutions?
I don't
put
do
them
it.
in a mayonnaise jar and bury them in the backyard and come and
No.
check a year later to see if you've lived up to your dream?
No, I do need to. I'd love to get to the gym more. The problem is, and I go probably 2 or 3 times a week, but I'd like to get in to where I'm going like all the time.
Like every day after the station, just go.
Yeah, but I have to take my nap first. Otherwise, I'm not like
okay.
if I go from the station straight to the gym, all I'm gonna be thinking about is my nap the whole time I'm working out.
No,
that's all I can think
How long
about.
are you in the gym for? Like what, 30 minutes, an hour, or what?
An hour and a half usually.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh no.
Can you not tell by my bod?
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
If you're not watching,
Rock hard.
I want you to go to your YouTube feed and I want you to comment on who AJ looks like today.
Who does he look like?
He looks like
somebody said you have a flea on your hat.
Well, that's kind of who he looks like.
Very rude.
He kind of looks like the head coach of the Buffalo Bills. If you squint, he's got the look going today.
Well,
that's not a bad thing.
I was hoping you were going to say Josh Allen.
Well, Josh Allen. How about Josh Allen in 15 years and a few pounds?
Okay, I'll take that.
Yeah,
I'll take that.
That's a fair contribution.
I'll take that. What about you, Robert?
I don't resolve things.
Okay.
I this year, a couple years ago,
I'm not looking to fix anything.
Well, no, I don't do that. A couple years, I promised myself that I would read a book a week. Try to get 52 books read. I might try to do that again.
Okay. Do you have any resolutions related to peanut shells?
None at all. I'm going to continue to stack them as they may, and people will know that I have been there by the pile of peanut shells that I leave in my wake.
Rob was here.
Oh, this is Rob.
Not a peanut left. He ate every one of them, even those dirty brown ones.
Gilbert says, heard Tony the Tiger's the real Diddy. That's not true. Tony the Tiger is a gentleman.
You don't want to know how he got those Lucky Charms.
Yeah, Tony the Tiger is
well earned.
I would say he's a good man, but he's a good tiger.
Good tiger.
He's a good tiger. Don't you besmirch that fine name. Well, friends, it's been a fun year. We appreciate all of you guys listening. What's the schedule for the Blitz today? What are we looking at?
They are not going to work today. They're going to be in the midst of the bowls. We got one coming in about 30 minutes. We're going to get you straight to the bowls so you get a little bit of national stuff. The Blitz will be back on Friday, but kind of an early let go, an early escape, or a late escape because they're going to come on after that midday game. I forget which one. The Texas State Rice game is going to be the lead into the Blitz.
Oh, yes.
Jason will be sitting here at the studio late tomorrow afternoon praying for triple overtime.
I got news for you. Rice. We'll talk about it more on Friday.
Okay.
Rice is going to get their ass kicked.
Yeah.
Poor Rice.
Rice,
we're getting ready for finals. They don't
Rice won 5 games. They accepted a sympathy spot in a bowl game, and their quarterback still opted out. Oh, you got to be kidding me. It's like, you're not even supposed to be in a bowl game. He's like, yeah, I know. We're not playing it.
It's got a calculus final.
All right, bro. All right, that does it for us. We will be back on Friday and do it all over again. All the college football playoff semifinals will be set by then, so we'll have a fun show set for you on Friday. Happy New Year, everybody, and rest in peace, Kitty Big Balls. Be careful on the streets tonight, guys.
No regrets tonight.